I'm Slater Kirkland in New York City with your latest news from channel WKTZ at the top of the hour. In today's news, the worst blizzard to hit New York City in nearly 40 years is still raging and has dumped over 2 feet of snow on the metro area. Meteorologists estimate that the snow will continue to fall the rest of the day before leaving the metro area. As the city grinds to a halt, emergency first responders are still busy working as power outages have been reported around the city, and an entire building has collapsed in Alphabet City. Authorities report that the building was abandoned and no one was injured in the incident. While the snow has sent normal people indoors to ride out the storm, apparently criminals are attempting to take advantage of the chaos and commit their nefarious deeds. Fortunately for us, the city's superheroes are on the case, or individuals that have superpowers at least. Earlier today, two supervillains named Shades and Comanche were delivered to a local precinct in Alphabet City by none other than Squall. The very same Squall wanted for questioning in the case of murdered AIM agents recently found in the Alphabet City neighborhood. While Squall deposited the two criminals, he did not stay to answer police questions and flew off when ordered to comply. This recent development does little to help answer the question if Squall is a hero or a villain. Captain Marco Ruiz, a local police captain in Alphabet City, recently commented, "The individuals known as Squall and Mental, while currently not considered a threat to the public, will be brought in for questioning to clear up the matter regarding the murdered AIM agents, whether they want to or not." And that's all from WKTZ's News at the Top of the Hour with me, Slater Kirkland.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Superheroes. This is episode number 7.
That's what I do. I almost forgot.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're doing the fucking Batusi again. Anyway, we're playing Marvel superheroes, not DC, as Will would like you to believe.
No
We're
way, man.
playing-
Look at the shirt. I'm repping the Marvel
I
U,
know,
man.
but you're doing the Batusi.
I'm taking it back.
All right. Fine. Done. Deal. Okay. So this is not just a Marvel superheroes RPG.
No.
We're in the advanced class here today. We're playing advanced set Marvel superheroes game because we're so advanced.
No
And it's
amateurs.
All
No,
there
I-
is really just one
Actually,
die that we need to use, and Roll20 rolls it for us. So we're able,
That's right.
because of that, we're able to go up to the advanced
We are
set.
high tech.
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it was is that the basic set was so basic that when they put out the advanced just to bring it up to a normal level
Yeah,
of
just so
rules.
you can play the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name's Adam. I am playing Gabriel, a.k.a. the superhero Squall.
Villain.
Kicking ass and taking names, or getting
Just
my
got
ass
out of the
kicked.
hospital.
Yeah, I spent an entire episode in the hospital, so you can see how well I'm doing here.
That's
in my
true.
Early
All of
superhero
episode
career.
5, you were either en route to the hospital or in the hospital.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you get beat up like you did.
I got beaten
That's
up.
what happens when you
But
go toe-to-toe
last
with the
episode, I
robot.
feel like I made some amends there.
You did.
I mean, I took an entire building down with me.
It's true.
But we'll go over that in the recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Anyway, I'm Kem Chan. I'm over here in Seattle playing Jackson Briggs, aka Mental, the obvious brains of the operation.
Sort
The
of.
brains, but not the soul. Because how many times have you left me to my near demise?
That
Clear,
is that
but not
you gotta
quite.
admit that's
You've
Mental's. That's Mental's MO. You can't get away from it now because you've done it not once, not twice, but 3 times you've abandoned
This is what-
It
somebody.
really was only. It really
the
was
big
only
guy.
twice. It really was only twice.
It really was only twice.
I'm
And-
counting when he left Deshaun in the clutches of villains, and he's all like,
Oh,
"Well,
we
puts it
decided
in
to go.
reverse. Well, time to get out of here."
But we did decide to go back.
Right.
Yes.
I was well.
Upon
Again, this
further
is what happens
reflection.
when you're the big guy.
Yeah,
You get the heavy lifting.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
one way of looking at it.
That is.
The heavy lifting
That's
or
the
the
way
only
it is.
lifting.
Trust me. I'm liking this little
It's-
role reversal.
Yeah.
Adam, take care of my light work.
There you go.
This is payback from when we were in our 20s.
There you go. Excellent. Hey, everybody. I'm Will DM. I'm the judge, which is the official term for the game master.
Here comes the
for the Zoom.
judge.
That's right. You know what? I should get one of the. I should get a robe
You should.
No, you should get a
actually.
wig.
and a wig. Yeah,
And a-
I mean,
No. Just the
barrister.
wig.
Just you know
No,
what? Yeah,
just
if
a wig.
you're gonna do
Just a
one,
wig.
I would just
Just
go
a-
with the wig. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
exactly.
Anyway, so let's give it the briefest of recap. So what ended up happening in the last episode? These guys have been chasing down AIM agents, and they had found the place, but it looked like, well, when they got there, a lot of stuff had already gone down. The AIM agents were either dead or locked themselves in rooms or whatnot, but there were a bunch of failed experiments that they ended
It
up
was their
fighting,
own
which
fault, really.
it was. But the failed experiments are the ones that beat you black and blue and almost killed.
Well, yeah,
Squall.
that was also AIM's fault.
Yeah. So, in the last episode, we are seeing Squall get out of. Oh wait, I need to backtrack. It starts with my dear friend Jackson Briggs waking up in the morning, getting a cup of coffee.
Yeah, he really had a leisurely
Opening.
breakfast.
He did. He was like, well, I don't really have to be. It's like they're not gonna like release
Watching
him
the Sunday
soon.
morning news.
And he was all getting up and getting ready.
He was worried. Jackson was worried. He didn't sleep well. I mean,
What?
maybe from pure exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So
Well,
yeah, it
for
took him a
the
while
reason-
to go to sleep, but then he woke up around 10.
Right.
It was-
Exactly.
Exactly.
His justification was, well, they're not going to really release him early. I mean,
Right.
I've got
They're not.
time.
They're not. And
And
knowing
then-
him, he's gonna milk it for all he's worth. He's gonna try
Yeah.
to get a couple of meals.
The
out of
Sunday
it.
paper has not only additional sports news, but also the funnies.
True. And the blizzard was starting. But the most
Yeah.
important thing
Right.
about when Jackson woke up is he had a message on his answering machine, which he checked, and it turns out, lo and behold, it's his good old friend Captain Ruiz,
So what did he do?
Marco Ruiz, and I think he listened to what 5 words. It was like,
It was
"Hey,
sort of,
Jackson,
hey, it's me, Mark.
Hey,
Click.
it's me. Your friend from the police station." And then all he did was click. Now, did you delete that message?
No,
or did
no,
you
I just said
oh,
stop.
okay.
He just
All right,
stopped.
we're
It's
done.
there. I just was like, all right, I
Yes.
know. And then again, that's been like plaguing him because he knows that he told him that he has this.
And
So
he'll
that-
probably lose sleep if he's not exhausted.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So then you go and you pick up Gabe from the hospital.
Right.
Right.
Okay. And then after you pick up Gabe, you went and you got some food.
I'm a little disappointed that
and
Jamaican
you
nurse
some
didn't give me her number,
supplies.
by the way.
Yes, we got. You didn't
Who
get
said
what?
she didn't give you her number?
Oh, did she? That's great. I hope she did.
Did you ask her? I don't even
I
recall
didn't
this
ask
coming
her.
up.
I didn't ask her.
Oh, okay. Well, then how's she gonna? Oh, she was supposed to just read your mind and slip it to you.
One could hope.
She was just no.
Here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
She was thinking while she was talking with the other nurses in the break room. It's like, that beat up white boy down the room. It's like, if he wasn't homeless.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then all the other nurses went,
It is kind of hard to get a date when you don't have a
because
home.
he is. Did you see him when we sponge bathed him? I'm telling you, girl. But so you stocked up on supplies and stuff for the
Right.
You were going to take some to the guys that you dropped off at the shelter,
Mhm.
and then you were going to take some supplies to Darian and Wanda.
Right.
Right.
And-
We stopped there first.
You stopped there first.
Yeah.
You went in. Darian and Wanda were not there,
No.
Nobody was there except.
but
Old friend.
with some, and you know what? We got to tip a hat. Jackson did something really good here. He picked up on all the clues that somebody was in the house.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That was me. I picked up on all the clues. It was not the detective.
That's right.
You're
It was
right,
the
it was-
homeless artist that picked up on all the clues.
Okay, so it was him. But anyway, so it was obvious that somebody that wasn't intentionally destroying the place, but there was broken chairs, some smashed cups,
Yeah.
and like somebody just having a hard time dealing with
Right. Someone who doesn't know his
normal
own
furniture.
strength.
Exactly.
And
it
maybe there's
turns out-
somebody else, maybe a young Gabriel, when his mutation first appeared, maybe had a similar scenario.
Could have been. Totally.
We don't
could have
know.
We don't know a
Oh,
lot
I-
about Gabriel's background.
been. I know a little bit about Gabriel.
Well, yeah.
But
I hope somebody does.
I can't say. I can't say.
No.
It's for a future episode. So they turn to find out because where Wanda and Darian and Gabe was then at that point in time staying, there is an actually really big empty warehouse in this sub basement area of this building where they were living. Turns out Jimmy was in there. And they tried talking with Jimmy.
I didn't.
I did.
Yeah,
That's all I can
Jackson
do.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson tried using his mental mumbo jumbo on him. And
It's
he failed
worked
twice.
so well up until this moment, too.
Up until this moment. That's right.
Well, and here's the thing too. It was still capable. You know what I've noticed is that the only time he's failed is when he's come up against these guys to cut through the fog of the rage that they have
Right.
to make contact. He's had to get yellows, and he hasn't gotten one.
Yeah.
Right.
He hits greens, no yellows.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Jimmy gets pissed and he's coming after these guys, and so of course Squall uses his power of the wind to just blast him back into the warehouse, which he
And
does.
I
and it's
rolled super high.
super awesome.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
busts up all the supports, and then Jimmy comes after him again. He shoots him again, and it totally smashes the interior of this decrepit building, and well, it starts to collapse, and it did. But
before it collapsed,
before it collapsed, our man Squall was a superhero supreme.
I saved that giant mutated freak.
He did.
Yes, he did.
And got us
brought him
both
out.
out of there without
That's
a
right.
scratch.
You brought him out. You took him flying
You flew
in the
him out.
air. You flew him out. You were using your air power. He couldn't really do anything. He was just tumbling around in the air.
He's stuck in the whirlwind.
And you took him by Deshawn's.
Yeah,
And
because
you
I
kept
don't know where
doing-
else to take this guy.
You kept flying, doing bypasses with him and using your air power to knock on the door. And you're able to get Deshawn to come out with his two friends,
Yeah, I don't like his friends.
Shades and Comanche.
That's not true. Adam loved his friends.
Supervillain.
Gabe didn't like the friends.
Shades is pretty cool. You got to love a guy named
Comanche's
Shades.
even better because he's so ridiculous.
I love his beanie.
Like Shades was
Seriously.
clearly a product of the time.
Mhm.
Comanche
Yes.
was that's the best they could do. And they
I'm
needed
thinking of
someone and
something
they
new.
couldn't think of they literally could not think of anything else.
Well, he claims that he's an eighth Comanche. is what it is. That's where he got it from.
Right.
In
So, you know.
8th Comanche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a 16th Cuban.
There you go. There you go. So
That's true, by the way. That's a
you were
fact.
able to bring
It
Jimmy.
shows.
I was going to say, right?
You should see him in the sun when he tans.
Unfortunately, I get the color of Kim Jong.
He spontaneously combusts.
Yeah. That's the
Anyway.
same. I don't tan, I burn. It's like, you need to burn. It'll give you a good layer. And it's like, no, you don't
Right.
understand. That's going to happen
It's
just
just gonna
again.
keep getting layer
Yeah.
upon layer.
Layer of burn. So then you're able to Deshaun shrinks him down. And
Right.
instead of sticking around to say, hey, Deshaun, what are you doing hanging out with supervillains? He's so concerned about his friend Mental, he flies away.
Well, I was also, to be fair, I was also concerned about myself because I didn't have my suit on.
That's true.
I was in my
Because
civvies.
you had to hide your face. Oh, you didn't hide your face.
I didn't hide my
That's
face.
right.
That's why I had to
right.
get the fuck out of there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so he flew away, went looking for Mental driving the white stolen
Who,
AIM
as
van.
soon as I leave, Mental shows up.
Well, he didn't show up right away. You went looking for him for a
Yeah.
while, but because of the blizzard, Mental stuck in like huge amount of gridlock traffic.
I know, New York City on a good day is not an easy route.
Right.
so.
So Mental makes it back by the time that he makes it to Deshaun's place. By the time that Gabe has finally said, "Fuck it," he's going to Deshaun's. I'm sure.
'Cause I
I'll
didn't know
just
where else
go
to find
there
him.
and wait for him. And just as he came back, that's when actually that Jackson was able to pull up in the van.
Well, no,
And-
Jackson was
No.
there. He had a
Oh, that's right.
conversation
I
with- he
I
was
went
there
up
already.
against those guys. Yeah.
That's this story gets even better because he got Deshaun got abandoned twice. So he goes down. Jackson goes down, knocks on the door. He
I
talks
didn't
to
realize they
Comanche
were
in shades.
supervillains. I mean, I suspected, but I wasn't sure. I'm from Cleveland.
That's because you failed your roles.
I did. I didn't know who they
For
were.
You
sure.
failed your roles. This is where it gets good because our man Jackson didn't fail his roles. He knew that they were supervillains. And
I
he
did,
tried
yeah.
using his abilities.
I did. I actually did
And it
try to
worked
get
on
in there.
it worked on
Comanche,
Comanche. It worked on Comanche. But Comanche wasn't going to team up with you to hurt his friend Shades, who you couldn't use your
Shades
powers
has a
on.
natural charisma.
He does. And he's got those super shades.
That's really what amps that charisma up.
It does.
Are the
It does.
shades,
It does.
especially
And so-
in the '80s. His future's so bright.
He's got to wear shades.
There you go.
But he couldn't talk his way in. So Mental, as opposed to getting beat, decides that he's going to go and he's going to get back into bed. And then that's when Squall shows up.
Yeah, and then we decide that we should probably go help him.
Correct. Guilt gets the better of you guys. You're like, all right, we should probably help.
Or at least see what's going on.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it. I think our friend Kemcham is
He just that's how he meditates.
that what it is? he's coming up with a plan. All right, this is what we're gonna do. So basically, we're gonna pick back up. You guys are in the alleyway.
Right.
You're outside of the van, or you're outside of the door,
Yeah.
right? Did you guys had
Mhm.
walked down to the
Right.
door, devising what you're gonna do? Keep in mind, it's snowing.
Yeah. I've got my suit on, so
Bam.
I'm insulated.
Yes, you are. So does
Wait, no, I don't think Jackson has a suit on, does he?
No, I don't
Oh.
have my suit on.
You should do something. Do you have
You
something to
should put
put
your
over
suit
your
on.
face? Do you have your suit with you, or did you leave it at your house?
No,
it's in
I
his
changed-
fanny pack.
No, it's in Deshaun's. That's
You
where
left
I
it
got
at
changed.
Deshaun's?
That's
Inside
right.
Deshaun's, yeah.
Yeah, because when he came over and he dropped off the shrunk down dude that was
Yeah.
eventually delivered the shield,
Why would you
he
leave your super suit?
because his street clothes were there. Yeah, he should have took the
Right.
super suit.
You
I
always
didn't,
take
but-
your super suit with you.
Stop
Always.
calling it a super suit.
It's a super suit.
It's a super suit.
If I remember correctly, Spider-Man wore his clothes under his regular
Well, no,
That's
he wore a
true.
super,
Super
suit
suit
under his clothes.
under his clothes,
It would be weird
Even
if
in-
he did the reverse. There's no
even
reason
in
for that.
summertime. Yeah, yeah.
All
That's
right,
true.
so
So you should. Well, they've seen him. They've seen both you guys
They've
already. At
seen
least
me already.
they haven't
Yes.
seen me.
They haven't
seen
seen him.
my face.
They saw you. Did you hide? You didn't hide your face when you were bringing by.
I was flying by in the speed of wind.
But you landed.
No, I didn't. I
'cause
never
No, he
landed. I never landed.
He
I
hovered
dropped.
above them.
I remember rolling for Comanche and
As I flew by, and they
As he
missed,
flew
and they
by.
both
Yeah, they
both
were
missed.
aiming at him up there.
oh, that's when they were shooting. No, not
Yeah.
rolling to hit you, but okay, all right.
I
All right,
dropped
all right.
the big dude and then kept flying.
Okay.
And then on my way back down, once I saw that he was shrunk, I flew back up.
Yeah. And do you know the only thing that makes that a perfect story is this? Hopefully Deshaun didn't say anything afterwards.
Well, I hope, yeah, because Deshaun knows who I am.
Yeah, and you left him with 2 supervillains. But anyways, you guys are here to correct that mistake.
Right.
So it's snowing,
Better late than never, right?
right?
All right.
Exactly.
I say, so why don't we just do this the polite way, and I'll take the
Polite way.
tire iron,
Okay.
tap on the door.
Tap on the door.
Okay.
And then as soon as they open the door, what?
I'm gonna blast them with fucking wind.
Knock them back. All right, do it. I'm right behind you. I'm literally standing right behind you. Go ahead.
Because he's got that security system and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, because you guys have come by here before, and the little
Right.
eyeball kick,
Mhm.
and that doesn't happen, and the door goes, ka-ching, and the door starts opening up. And
Wind as soon as it opens.
you're not
Don't
even seeing
wait.
who's opening it. You're just gonna blast it in through.
I mean, if I notice, it's gonna have to be quick because I'm doing this very fast.
Yeah.
If I happen to notice it's Deshaun, I'll try not to shoot,
Fair
which would be
enough.
like an agility roll. I'm assuming like in a fight.
It would be an intuition roll to see if you noticed.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 17.
So you get over anxious as soon as before the door opened.
yeah.
You told yourself, okay, make sure it's not Deshaun. As soon as the door went
And I'm
opened,
adding in 15 karma to this roll too.
okay, you still failed, don't you?
Yeah.
No, not to this roll. Not. I
to
can't.
the
I can't
blast.
do that now. That's
Okay.
not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say the karma before you do the roll.
Yeah.
So-
This is to the blast.
and so then, as soon as you saw that door open, you got excited. You just went, ah! you shot it out. Okay,
All
so
right. Coney Island Cyclone.
Let's
an
see it.
Incredible.
Go.
That's a what? 93
that's 8,
plus
5.
15.
That's 89.
What?
You added 15, right?
Oh, that is
5?
it. Yeah.
89.
I can't add.
That's okay. I can.
That's-
Don't ask me to subtract, though.
I'm
Okay,
good
so-
with forward math, but not reverse math. That's
What-
somebody else's concern.
What color is
Oh,
this?
that's a shitload. What is it?
It's
89?
got to be at least yellow. I don't think you're going to hit a red. What is your
Oh,
intuition?
It's the last. No, this is my power.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so this is
So this is yellow. It isn't. It is. It's the last yellow. It's just before red.
yeah, because you're doing it on Incredible, right?
Yeah, just before red, but still yellow.
Where's my?
It's as far yellow as you can get.
Yeah, there's my man Shades.
That yellow
so he's
bastard.
there. That there yeller bastard. And then where's?
I hope it's not to show.
Oh, there he is, right there, big as day. Whew. Okay, so let me make some rolls. First of all, let's see.
Yeah, who
Oh
opened the
wow,
door?
that's pretty good. And then let's see what my man's here is. I think Shades is considerably less surprising.
Now both of them have attacked me before,
Yes.
so I saw Shades
Yes.
shoot some
He
power out of his eyes.
He shot a laser beam. He basically did a Cyclops. He
Yeah,
shot
he
a beam
Cyclops
out of
me.
his thing. Yeah, and then then the other guy shot an arrow at you, missed,
Yeah.
but it had an explosive tip that blew up a part of
Right.
the wall.
You're right,
of-
yeah.
of the building next door.
Which we call
Okay.
cheating, where I come from.
Is that what you call that?
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so let me roll for my man Comanche. See what he's got. Ooh, okay, cool. And then, wow, Okay, cool. All right. So this is what happens: is the door starts open. You blast it with the air. It flows it open. You notice that the dude it hit, who was opening it, was Shades,
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
and he goes flying back into Deshaun's workshop. Bam! He's going to. Oof.
Think about his life decisions up to this point and make a change.
Actually, no. So let's see here.
Oddly enough.
Weird.
Oh wow. Okay, so you got what color? No, this is going to
It
be
was
blunt
yellow.
force.
It was
Yellow?
a deep yellow. It was
Yeah,
like
so
a
you
mustard yellow.
Slam. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's good. So he gets knocked back, right? Boom,
Yeah.
goes flying. Hits a shelf full of like electronics and stuff. Slams into that, crunches it. All this electronic stuff then starts falling down off onto him. He's out.
Huh.
Nice.
There you
Completely out. But there inside is Comanche
Yeah.
Right.
and Deshaun.
Oh.
Now, Deshaun, you can see as soon as the door opened up because it leads through. He's got that back room. Then it leads. There's like a hallway. I mean, well, it's not even a hallway. There's a back room wall with a big door.
Mhm.
His workshop, so you can see partially into his workshop.
Right.
Okay. And there in his workshop on a chair tied up is Deshaun.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, tied up.
Tied up.
Yeah.
And
Fuck you,
Comanche's
Shades and Comanche.
there right next to him.
This here's a rescue mission.
So you see Comanche going, oh shit, and he is going to do some Hawkeye shit. Choo, 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 and shoot some arrows down there at you guys. So
I'm
That's
in
what
the
he's gonna
doorway blocking the tiny mental or Jackson since he's not wearing a
Right.
super suit.
he's not. He is not.
Like I said, I'm right behind you. Right
Which
behind
means
you.
no one can see you.
Okay.
Although, how
cool.
tall are you?
I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'7", maybe.
Oh, I'm taller
Wait,
than
wait.
you too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mental's just a little
yeah,
dude.
I'm 6'1".
man.
Yeah.
So
He's-
I'm,
yeah.
He's short and he's
completely-
skinny.
Yeah.
I told you he's Urkel, just smaller. I mean,
Yeah.
bigger.
Just an adult.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
adult Urkel.
Although Urkel was kind of an adult toward the end there, and it was sad.
A little bit. Okay, so we got to roll some initiatives. He's going to
Yeah.
shoot. What are you two guys going to do?
Well, I'm behind him, so I really can't see anything. Like
My
at
goal is
6'4",
to.
250.
I'm
he
only
takes up the
I'm only
door.
6'1".
Oh, 6'1".
Yeah.
You can still see around him.
Although
Aren't you like 250?
no, I'm like
No?
Spider-Man strong. Like I'm not like huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're. Well, you
No,
you tell me because this is you're with an excellent strength.
Yeah.
Excellent strength is essentially like an Arnold Schwarzenegger
I'm probably like 200 pounds.
level
of like
level
Okay.
of strong.
200 pounds of
Yeah.
muscle.
You are
Okay.
as strong as any pro bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You know, and your powers really don't have anything as far as augmenting, or do they? Has your body been augmented to
Yes.
deal with the high winds? Is
Yeah,
that
I would
that's why
imagine
all of
so,
my
yeah.
all of my
Yeah.
my strength and everything. I was not this strong until my
Gotcha.
my mutation hit.
okay? So that it is an effect of it,
Yeah.
but still,
But still, I'm a big dude. Yeah.
he's a big
Yeah.
Because even if you weren't, even if you weren't like really tall, you still would have filled out. You'd have just
Right.
went.
Well, that's why I
You
kept
know.
him at like 6'1" instead of going taller with that because
To keep him looking like keep him from looking like a fire plug.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys, let's do a roll.
Oh, and I didn't say what I was going to do.
Oh.
We did, and I'm assuming Comanche's shooting arrows at us.
Yes, he's shooting arrows down.
My goal is to blow that bow and arrow out of his hands.
What
So
about
would
the
that be
arrows
air
coming
arrow?
at us? Can't you just like Like do a little wind tunnel type of thing?
I mean, that's kind of what I already am, is a wind tunnel, but...
No, you're a wind bag.
Yeah, I just want to blow that bow out of his hand.
Okay, you're gonna try and blow the ball out.
So what
of
is
his
that,
hand.
air animation? Or is that...
No,
the,
it's the
that's
same.
still the Coney Island Cyclone?
Yeah, anything that uses like
Okay,
Any-
just
any-
checking.
think of
I'd
it like
rather it be the Coney Island Cyclone.
anytime you anytime
Anytime
you
it's
try
a
to use
grab
your
and throw.
air, anytime you use your air like you would telekinesis,
Yeah,
that's the
got it.
cyclone.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and what's
what
mental
is-
doing?
Yeah.
Again,
Shouting.
like, do I see any of this? I mean, I saw him blow the door open.
Yeah,
Probably
you see
heard
it.
somebody hit the far wall.
Oh yeah,
But
you
am
see
I
it.
even like? I don't think I'm even in the doorway.
No.
Well, you'd be behind him. I
Yeah,
thought,
but not in the doorway.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
It depends on are you looking around me or are you hiding
No.
behind me?
Yes.
I'm at literally at arm's length behind you.
There you go.
You feel my hand on your back, like,
Pushing
right
you
behind you,
forward.
buddy. right behind you.
Okay, so basically, you're really not doing anything.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's make us some rolls here, man.
All
Let's
right.
see what
I'll roll first time here.
he got a 2.
Oh, I have to win because I have a +3, so for there's a 10.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so now I roll Coney Island Cyclone. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a 10.
He's waiting for it. For some reason, he seems to be wise to your power set. And after you blew the door open, he saw shades go shooting past him like a cannonball, and then he sees you raising your hands again like you do. He just kind of does one of these bing, bing, you know. And then as he does that bouncing around to get out of the way of it, shooting at him, you still shoot your power in there, and it hits Deshaun and knocks him over on the wind, and he just goes whoa, and falls backwards, and then Comanche just looks down the hallway, goes twang twang, and he shoots 2 arrows down at you.
Let's see what happens.
So let's see. So here comes the first arrow. All right. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Now,
Sound of
keep in
that.
mind my body resistance. I
Use
knocked.
this into puncture wounds.
Okay, I am keeping in mind your body resistance. So, what's going to happen is
The rank number of the attack is reduced by the power's rank
Correct.
number, which is incredible.
correct. And he rolled. Now, so basically, what's going to end up happening now is this is called role playing, ladies.
Did
and
he roll
gentlemen.
100?
This is flavor. Okay, so the damage really isn't going to do anything to you, but we're going to play through it, and then I'll allow you to role play as well. So the first he when he leans down, he shoots and he shoots the arrow. It comes streaking right for you, and it goes in, and you see the tip of it go right to your eye, like literally is about to hit you in the eye, and it's one of those exploding arrows, and it goes boom.
Oh my god.
So while you're not going to take any damage
So
from
right
this, 'cause-
before so right before it explodes, as it flies to my eye, I just go, and it goes up just enough to explode
To
over
blow-
my head.
to explode up over your head. Either way, it only does remarkable damage. So you're not going to take any damage off.
Yeah, this is what happened earlier to this poor
If
bastard.
if he had an arrow with a material strength that was strong enough, because the material strength is what really is going to make it through your stuff.
Right.
Okay, which it doesn't. He doesn't have it.
I forgot.
you know.
I always forget that I've got 2 actions.
Yes, you do. You got to remember
Every
that, 'cause he's
time
got
I
2.
forget.
He's got his second action is going to come right now.
Sure.
So basically, if he had a strong enough bow and arrow, he would have just killed you.
Yeah, that was. He
'Cause
was
he
blown my head
rolled.
off. Yeah.
He
What did he roll?
rolled a 98.
Oh my god. Oh, man.
And now here comes the second arrow. Coming out there. Let's see what happens with this one. But here's the thing.
He's got to be a little intimidated by me.
I want. I need mental to roll me in agility.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Agility, huh?
You can do it. You can do it.
Well, I have a remarkable agility.
Oh, yeah, your agility's good.
Yeah,
My agility's good.
You're pretty agile. Let's see what color you get.
Oh!
You got a
That's a
one!
What the hell?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes!
How did
Excellent.
that happen? Oh my god!
It's called Rolling Mad.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the first one we've seen here.
That's
Seriously.
literally the worst roll you could have got.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
So
I
this
know
is what
that.
happened. This first arrow comes shooting. It comes right at your eye, and you're like, "Oh, cocky!" Blow it up. It goes up and over your head, and who's standing right behind
no.
you? And it goes boom, and mental
Right
goes
in front of me.
"Ah!" You take
Oh no!
30 points of damage.
Damn.
Does that knock you out?
No,
Yes, because that takes me down.
you've got 2 left, don't you? What's your total health? 32. I
32.
think. You've got 2 health. He's got 2
No.
health. So basically, you just got it blows up.
I just got knocked the fuck out.
It throws
You got
Mental
knocked the fuck out!
across the alley into this great big bank drift of snow. So like he just goes, and you don't even see him anymore because the snow just like kind of collapses on him. Okay, so here's the second arrow,
That was just the first arrow.
and I guess it's all or nothing for Comanche here. Comanche's going to spend a little karma. Comanche's going to spend 20 karma points for this shot. So
On the attack or the
80s.
damage?
87. You can't spend it on damage.
Oh, okay.
87, which is a yellow,
Right.
which is good because that is a bullseye.
Yeah.
Now the arrow that he shoots this time comes zipping right at you, and it hits you in the chest. And when it hits you in the chest, the head of the arrow collapses into a disc, a metal disc that's on your chest. The shaft is still just sticking there, and then the head of that circle that collapsed onto your chest starts going in a sonic discharge comes out of it. Does your resistance work against sonic as well?
Nope.
You just took 30 points of sonic damage.
Oh man.
Hold on. What's my... where's my HP? Oh, it's up here. Oh, that's...
Yeah, you got plenty.
I got 124 to start with. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a hair more than...
I mean, you
Jack.
took shades out like that.
Yeah. I'm going to take this other motherfucker out too, but it might be a little slower.
This will make you feel a little bit better mental. Shades has a whopping 4 more health than you. Okay, he's not a really big dude, you know, or endurance wise or anything. Okay, so my man Comanche's gonna shoot a couple more arrows at you, bruh.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fly over to him, you know, as my movement.
As one does.
Yeah.
As one does.
Because I'm already like hovering in the doorway, so I'm gonna fly in, and I'm gonna hit him twice with a crowbar.
Oh damn. Okay.
I mean, well, not a crowbar, a tire iron.
Tire iron, yeah.
I just want to knock him out because this
knock
guy's
him out
pissing me
upside
off.
his head.
Yeah,
Yep. Pretty much the
Nothing
same deal.
fancy about it.
yeah.
And I forgot when I rolled his.
This is when Gabe really becomes a New Yorker when he's attacking someone with a tire
Fair
iron.
iron. There you go. He gets a bonus to his initial as well, so I forgot that in the first round. But he rolls an 11 for his initial.
5.
Okay, so he gets to go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what is Jackson doing?
I'm knocked out.
He's in a snowbank. I mean,
You're not knocked
still
out. You're still
behind
okay.
you.
You're
you
awake.
got 2 health, so you
I
can
got
still
2 health. Yeah.
you
Get
can
to the
still
van or
move.
something. Get at it.
Yeah, you are literally. It threw you across
I'm like
the
out
alley.
cold. right?
No, you're up. You're up.
I'm up?
You got 2 health. You're not totally out. But you were thrown across the alley, and it's a good thing it was all that snow that you landed in, so you didn't take any damage for hitting the wall.
Okay, good.
So you landed in the snowbank, and hey, don't you have body armor?
Yeah.
But I wasn't wearing any. That's the thing. Like,
You
I'm
have
in my
mental
street
body
clothes.
armor. You have mental
Don't you?
body
Yeah,
armor.
don't you have the power body armor? I think you do.
You
let's
do.
check.
You have that mental body armor shit.
Let's check. Yeah, I think you do.
Emotional
I think you got the mental
body armor. Oh,
It's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good, right?
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
That's gotta
Okay.
help.
No. Wait, I'm looking at it. It says possess artificially created armor.
Here, let me take a look.
We're all looking at it, including
Right. Body
That's
armor. Hero possesses artificially created.
It's excellent,
armor that
yeah.
grants protection.
Well, yeah, it's excellent, but it's not
Comes
like
in many forms. We had decided though that it is a mental.
It's a mental ability.
because it is a superpower of yours. So
Okay.
basically, how your body armor works is like this: you 24/7 have sort of like this mental. Well, I guess. Yeah, because it would always be on. You have to
Right.
concentrate. This is something that will have to come into play later.
Yeah.
You have enough control over it, and because it's so close to your personal body,
okay.
that you can pick stuff up and people don't notice it. But like if you were to eat,
Right.
you have to make a check. But I put it this way: for something mundane like eating and stuff, I'm not going to make you make a check because
Right.
you've lived with it for long enough now that you've gotten
Yeah,
control
you
over
can
it,
pull it
so
back.
that you
Okay.
can do it. But like, let's say for this, if you are having sex,
Because you'd be otherwise
you gotta
distracted.
lower it.
Yeah.
You got to lower that down. I'd make you make a roll, otherwise.
Okay.
So it kind of gets in the way of your tactile sense. We got to remember this because
Okay.
it's because you constantly have sort of this mental force field that's around you.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
does that
Alright,
help with
alright.
that damage?
It does. It totally does. So the amount of damage you took was only 10.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
Yes.
So then
because
I'm actually
it was,
had a.
It was
So
just an
22 now.
yeah.
right?
It was just
Yeah,
an
22.
explosion, and so it didn't cause energy damage to you. It was basically blunt force type trauma. It
Right,
wasn't
okay.
shrapnel or anything along these lines.
Right.
So he still hurt you. You know, you still flew across the alleyway into the snowbank.
Right.
Okay, which is good because if you hadn't have gotten thrown across the alleyway, you would have had taken sonic damage.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that's-
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that was
because
worse.
when you're
yeah.
standing that close to him like that, because a lot of his arrows have like basically a personal area of effect, so like within like 5 feet area.
Right.
So, okay,
All right, so
Okay.
he goes now.
yes, he gets.
Oh wait, we didn't say what is mental doing?
Oh yeah, what it is mental.
Well, I think I'm like
Get to
trying
the-
to shake it off a little bit. Like I'm
Get
in
to
a
the van.
pile of snow. I'm like, all right, I'm up. I get to the van. Yeah, I get to the van. I would think I have. Damn, do I have anything with me?
No, because I checked the van and all I found was a fucking tire iron.
Yeah,
Right.
your fanny pack's in here.
That's right. All right, then screw it. I'm gonna run in
Yeah.
and try and help him out. I will actually attempt to use my little side bolt.
Yeah,
Yes,
we haven't
there you
seen
go.
that yet, have
I
we?
haven't seen that one. No.
Oh, he
A
used it
kinetic
once.
ball.
Oh, he did use it
Bolt.
once and he missed.
No, it
Right.
just didn't work.
Didn't work out.
Whatever.
It hit the aim button, went bing.
That's right.
But that was a robot.
Yeah, it was a ribbit. Okay, so he's going first, and he's still concentrating.
Who's
on-
going first?
on
What's
the
his name?
Comanche?
Command.
Okay.
He's here comes it. He's going to shoot 2 arrows down. They're both coming for my man, Squall there. So first one, miss. Goes
I just
sailing
blow it
past
out
you.
of the way.
Yep. Second one, miss. 2
Blow
whites.
that one out of the way.
And you notice, Mental, as you're pulling yourself out of the snowbank and you're starting to make your way in, an arrow goes and it goes past the Squall, and it hits the wall behind you, and you turn around, you look. The first one, when it hits the wall, the head explodes, and it starts eating through the brick like it was acid.
That would have been bad.
The second one that comes flying out hits the wall, explodes, and it's like a bunch of goo comes all over the place.
Probably
Like
also
some
would
sort
have been bad.
Plaster or some kind of stuff. Okay, so yeah, he's done. So
Well,
I take Squall's
I
going to
fly
go
in
first out of you
there.
two. Okay.
Yeah, and I say, you should probably give up. And then I hit him twice with a tire iron.
Okay.
That's fighting.
Yes.
91
Nice.
for the first one.
And what is your your
Incredible is my fighting and my.
That's a
You
red.
just-
That's a
You
red.
caved his skull in.
I don't want to kill him if that's.
Which no, it's not going to
Say it.
kill him.
Okay.
Blunt doesn't kill on red. Shooting and edged weapons can kill on red.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have.
So,
any of those things,
But I gotta roll. You might have stunned him.
yeah.
There's definitely a possibility. So there's attack 1. So you just did 30 points of damage to him.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, the
No,
firearms.
My strength is excellent.
Yes, but what
But I
happens?
have
is
but I have that thing.
the,
but I
the
have
material
the tire
strength of the tire iron, but the tire iron, I'm pretty sure the material strength
iron.
of
It's metal.
should only be excellent.
What? It wouldn't be higher than my regular strength?
Nope.
Because
that's
I'm
how,
using a metal object with
That's-
my strength?
That's how strong you are. See?
Right, but I'm that strong and I'm using a metal object.
Here we go. Material strength. Let's look up what.
Or metal.
Here you go.
as my grandma
Okay.
used to say.
Excellent material strength. Concrete, beta cloth, iron, bulletproof glass are all excellent material strength. So it's not steel, it's an iron thing. So
So
it would
why
have
am I even
excellent.
using this? I should just punch him in the face.
You would do the same.
No,
thing
it's
if you
only
punched him.
called
Yeah.
an iron. It's not actually made of iron.
Well, it's not made of steel. It's a cold
It's-
iron.
It's probably I'm gonna
It is an iron. It is a steel.
I will relent and say that it is one higher. You did 30 points of damage to him, which I was going to initially go with anyway. So technically, I'm not changing.
All right.
It
Okay,
is
so-
a tire iron is made from rugged forged steel with a
Thank
chrome
you.
plate finish.
Oh gosh. Oh, you know what? You're gonna have to watch. Or you know what? I'll clip out the part on Tales of a Savage Land where I asked everybody, "Hey, I just want to ask everybody here and everybody in chat, what does it mean when you're sweating somebody?" And everybody's all like, "You're trying to pump somebody for information." I was like, "Ah!"
I still think it's bullshit.
Hey, just saying. Okay, so there you go. You did 30 points of damage to him. Bam.
He's still up. He's not stunned.
Oh yeah, he's still up. He's still up.
Still up.
I say.
I have to roll for his stun, but we're gonna let your second attack go through.
I say so again. I'd probably give up, and then I hit him again. Oh, that's not as good. 31.
That's probably a miss.
An incredible. It's a just
That's a hit.
green.
That's the
just
first green.
green.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you stunned him or not, because you just put him down.
Yeah.
60 points. That's how much health Comanche has. He doesn't have a bunch of health. These, like I said, there's all kinds of lower level. I mean, originally we were going to make you guys street level, but it kind of got bumped up to the next tier.
We're
So
avenue level.
there you go. There you go. You're Boulevard. There you go. That's you guys are Boulevard level. So, yeah, you knock Comanche down. Bam, you hit him with the tire iron the second time. He collapses, unconscious. Because you put him at 0, knocks him out.
All right, I'm gonna run over to Sean, pick him up
Okay.
as he fell over on the chair. Take the tape off or whatever he's got.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought for sure that you two were not going to come back for me.
No, it was all part of the plan.
Oh, well, good. They hadn't gotten to cutting on me yet, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what happened? These guys they want you to get back to work for the collective, or what's going on, man?
Yes, these are two members of the collective. That one over there, with all of my expensive material laying on top of them, that would be Shades.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And then this one here is Comanche. Actually, the arrowheads.
Comanche, that's really what he calls himself.
Yes, it is. If he were awake, he would probably, next thing he would say is, I'm an eighth Comanche. I guess that's justification for his name. I couldn't say for sure.
I don't know. It just seems like cultural appropriation to me.
It's the 80s. That was not a thing.
That wasn't a thing in the 80s. But before we continue this conversation, I would really appreciate it if you could untie me. And
yeah. I thought I would be untying.
Close my door. There's snow.
Oh wait, we're waiting for Jackson to come in. He had a look.
That's right. Jackson comes running in now, and he's like,
oh, what the? What?
He's got his hands up.
I got him. It's cool.
Now the first thing that goes through Jackson's mind is like, that's what you're supposed to do with the mutated guys too.
They were
say it,
so
though.
much tougher.
Yeah, they're a lot tougher than these guys were.
All right, so
I shut the door behind me, walk in, and I assume you're still untying him.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, thank goodness! Thank goodness you're here.
What's going on? I'm assuming this is the people you were talking about.
Well, these are some of the people I was talking about. The collective is a large organization led by an individual.
This would just be a duo more than a collective,
yes,
I would think.
The leader of the organization, believe it or not, calls himself Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
I read that book in high school not that long ago, 1984.
He's got quite a few of, like I said, lower level supervillains that work for him, and they want me to continue to work for them, producing things like Comanche's arrowheads. Those were my design. That
you did that?
Yeah,
I gotta say, some of those are pretty cool.
Gabe, go tie them up.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I? I'll just take the rope that I've got.
Exactly.
And I'll just tie them up, tie hands behind the backs.
And make sure you get all their weapons. Take shades off of him.
Okay.
Yes, and might I suggest, Mr. Briggs, that you might want to change into your mental attire before they wake up.
Oh, can we just blindfold them or something?
Well, we could, but it probably would be more effective if they would known that they had been defeated by superheroes that are on their tail. I mean, I don't believe the news, so.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, wait, I didn't hear the news because
you were in the hospital.
You were in the hospital. You could have watched it. It was on the TV.
I was in the hospital, right?
Yeah, at the top of the hour is it's a news show.
Yeah,
on the TV.
Like, why are they calling us supervillains?
Well, they're calling you possible. They're leaving the door open for you to be actual superheroes. But
wait until they hear about the warehouse.
Yeah, when can? The warehouse. What happened with the warehouse?
We found one of those mutated guys. It was Jimmy. Remember where I chopped Jimmy off?
Yeah,
the guy that you shrunk.
Yes, I gave him to your friends.
And what? Who?
Who?
Your friends that stopped by. I gave him.
Gave him to who?
Your friends.
Oh wait, I did see that. I saw.
You did.
Saw people.
Yeah, you saw him talking to the homeless-looking people.
Right, and then they just left.
You gave Tiny Jimmy to the homeless people?
Well, they said that they knew you, and it seemed like they.
Did they give a name?
Yeah, the one lady that I spoke to, very very nice lady. She said her name was Annabelle.
Do you know an Annabelle?
Why would you give?
Do you know an Annabelle? Gabe.
I mean, I maybe heard the name. I don't really know her.
Oh.
Do you know her?
No. You guys have never heard of an Annabelle around the Lovin' Spoonful.
Would I have heard Deshaun or anybody talk about her? Or no?
Nope. Is it completely you've never heard this name before?
Not Deshaun, Darian, I meant. But the answer I know. This is
Anna Lee, not Annabelle. Anna Lee.
Still.
And there was 4 of them.
Jesus Christ! Why would you? I gave
All
them
right,
to
all right,
you
all
for
right.
safekeeping.
Well, they showed up right afterwards saying, "Oh, did we miss?" They knew all about you. Said that yes, they called you Gabe. I just assumed, seeing as how they knew your real secret identity, that obviously they knew who you were a friend.
No, I don't know who this is.
Well, that's a mistake on my part then.
Yeah, because this guy is. I knocked down an entire building just to I didn't even subdue him. He was still fine. He would.
Yes, that's you did an incredible job. I'm sure.
I mean, thanks
Well,
for the
All right.
moral
Stop,
support.
The good
Gabe, go
news
tie
is
them up.
is
Tie them
I'm
up.
tying him up while I'm yelling at him.
Okay.
and Deshaun goes over to the workbench and he picks up off of his workbench. You guys gave him one of those tricorders.
Right.
Yes.
I've cracked the tricorder code and I've been able to use it and
Is
take
that
it
what we're calling it,
offline.
the tricorder?
Unless you guys got a different name for it.
I mean, we don't even know what it does, really.
He's a huge Trekkie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Of course he is.
Of course he is, right? He goes, and it also has the mutant tracker that you told me about in it. Perhaps you could track your friend Jimmy with this. Now,
Yeah.
All
after
right.
I realized that this mutant tracking technology and was able to reverse engineer and understand exactly how it works, I feel that I should point out to you that Shield probably has this technology now too that they found in the AIM headquarters,
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm sure you know that Shield is connected to the United States government,
Yeah.
Yeah. We know.
and I'm sure you, being mutants like you are, have heard about the Sentinel program.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't like
And
mutants. We get it.
I would, it would be remiss if I didn't mention that possibility of the Mutant Control Act might be happening sometime soon, and
Yes.
so I just
Yes.
figured
We
I
know.
would
We know.
point that out that
Mhm.
this might be this technology might be falling into the hands of people that would wish to collect mutants, but my obligation is done now.
Toodaloo.
So you could possibly use this maybe to track him down, but here it is, and I'll show you. And he's like, he walks over to Mental and he starts showing you, see what you do, and he's showing you how to work it.
Okay.
So
Okay. Definitely. So now I got to put this in my stash.
Yeah, you're in charge of that.
Okay.
and he shows how it works and demonstrates it on the two of you, and he goes, "Yep." As I suspected, it is 100% confirmation that you are both mutants.
Yeah, I was already 100%
Yes.
certain of that myself. Thanks.
We knew that. Thanks.
Yes, but now you have technological proof.
Yeah, great.
In case
We'll call
anybody
this a
ever
good
asks
news,
you,
bad news scenario.
You can say that it's been confirmed through AIM technology, which that's interesting.
So what do we do with these guys?
Well, I could call the police, and it might take them a little while to get here. And
I could bring them to the police station, just drop them off with a note.
oh, that'd probably be best, considering the storm.
Oh, okay.
Do you two plan on staying here? I mean, it's getting rather nasty out there. I mean, I do
Yeah,
have...
can we? Is it possible to stay
Oh,
here?
of course, yes. I've got a couple of extra sleeping bags, and I've got
Okay.
plenty of canned ravioli and SpaghettiOs and
Okay.
some soup.
So this is what we're going to do.
No canned cream beef, huh?
No.
All right.
This is what's gonna
Ravioli's
happen.
pretty good.
This is what's going to happen. Gabe,
Yeah.
you drop these two off. Make sure they're blindfolded.
Okay.
Still, just make sure. And they're tied
Sure.
up. All right.
Might I suggest as well, it might do well for you to allow the authorities to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Before you
that's a good
leave.
point.
I will call my friend at the precinct. Tell them I'll tell them I was here.
Don't tell him
please,
you. No.
No.
Deshaun goes, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no.
No,
Maybe
no,
you
no,
got
no,
you
no.
had a van and you got stuck in the snow.
These are wanted criminals. I mean,
Let
they'll
me
take
just
them
drop these
regardless.
guys off. I'll knock on the door, say, "Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood squall, dropping off some bad guys."
Right?
Who? What? Who? All right.
Because we don't really want them knowing anything about this place. Am I right, Deshaun?
Yes.
I mean, it's a business. It's a legal business, isn't it?
They
He's
know
been
who I am.
arrested twice,
Yes, I've done
and
time.
he knows who we are.
Yes. And he points at him like agreeing.
That's right. All right. Fine. Bad idea. Fine.
I don't
Bad
want to
idea.
give the authorities any more reason to come around my shop, and they tend to interrupt my work. Some of the things I have in here are quite illegal,
Okay. Well, you can't just drop
like
them
nuclear
tied up
reactor, like this over here. I shouldn't
Yeah, I'll
have this
knock on the
plutonium.
door.
No. I'm saying like we can't just. All right, knock on the door. What are you gonna tell them? Like you just found them
Tell
and
him
tied
I'm
them
a
up.
superhero. I just captured some supervillains, and here they are.
Well, Spidey never hangs around when he leaves them. He just
No,
leaves.
he leaves a note saying that they were doing this. They were doing something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we gonna say? Like, oh, we recognize them as supervillains and just let me tie them up and deliver them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look at them.
yeah, look at these guys.
They're known supervillains.
All right, I guess. Fine. All right.
I toss shades over to Deshaun and say, "Hey, can you make anything out of this?"
Well, of course I can. Ugh. And he like instantly takes it over to the bench.
Right.
Starts monkeying around with him.
All right.
I'm gonna
fine.
break Comanche's bow too,
Okay.
because I'm just pissed off at him. There's really no other reason. I know he can get a bow
Obviously.
anywhere,
Right.
and the arrows are really what
And
do
the
the
arrow.
damage. But still,
Yes, the
Well,
arrows are
give those to Deshaun too. Let him
Oh,
take
yeah.
them apart.
Most of them he
and
made.
Repurpose them. Right.
Yeah.
We let him
Yeah.
repurpose them
yeah,
for us.
repurpose exactly.
Yeah,
That's
he'll,
right.
he'll take it and repurpose it.
All right,
All right.
I'll be back. In a
Fine.
few.
So I write that note down. Here's Shades and Comanche, wanted criminals.
Hugs and
take it to the-
kisses, squall. and that's all.
Squall.
I do
Squall
believe
and
they're.
mental.
I do believe they're calling you the people's heroes on the street. You might want to put that down. I don't know.
Yeah,
People's heroes.
we are. I feel like that's.
I read that in the
fair.
Daily Bugle. It said so in the story about you.
Oh, the Daily Bugle has a story about
Yes,
it?
but
That's cool.
the Daily Bugle also states that you're super villains, regardless of.
Yeah, I don't like that guy,
Yeah.
Jameson. I don't like that guy. Anyway, that's why I don't read that.
Yeah, Print
All right,
is
fine.
dead, or Print will be dead in
Print
another
will be
40
dead.
years.
No, it'll find a whole nother life in a whole nother venue online.
Yeah.
You just don't print it; it's still in print, though. If you know what I mean.
All right,
All right.
Okay.
I'll be
So
back.
Put the note on them. Yeah, take them out. I get on the phone, call my buddy.
Okay. You call where work first? Or you calling his house?
No. I'm calling his like cell phone, like his direct.
He doesn't
cell
have a
phone.
cell
He didn't
phone.
have
This
cell
is
phone.
1985.
1985.
That's right. Damn it.
And you're also calling from Deshaun's house. Keep in mind.
Right.
I guess there's no caller ID, so I guess
No,
calling his
they-
house it doesn't matter.
none of
I
that.
suppose.
And
yeah.
for them to trace a call back in 1985, they have to know ahead of time.
yeah.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So
Yeah, you can
Okay.
call.
So yeah, no, I call. Well, wait. What day is this?
It's Sunday still.
Is it still the weekend?
It's still Sunday.
this is the same day that you picked up.
It's been a long weekend.
Squall out of the
Oh, that's
hospital.
right. It's a
Yeah.
Sunday. Okay.
It's the same day.
No,
All right,
it's
so
Monday
yeah.
then. It's Monday.
You're right. It is Monday.
Oh,
It is
okay.
Monday.
So then
Yeah.
he would be there. He'd be at the precinct.
He'd be at work probably.
Yeah. So I call him. I call his office.
I don't know. Is he the kind of guy that goes into work when there's a blizzard, or does he stay home with the family and just leaves it up to the rest
No,
of the guys?
he's a man committed to his duty.
That's what I thought. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you call, and you do have his personal number for his.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you call, and it's just like, this is Reese.
Reese, it's Jackson.
Oh, Oh, Jackson! I thought something had happened to you.
Well, it's kind of something.
Are you okay? I was
I'm
getting ready to
fine.
send some units out to down to St. Vincent's.
No.
Make sure you weren't all knocked up. Since I hadn't heard from you for a while. Did you hear about? You probably didn't, because if you'd have heard about what happened at the AIM place, you probably would have called me. Yeah. So let me tell you, we found a bunch of dead people down at the AIM place. You remember that one place that we were? You know what I'm saying?
Well, anyway.
How's the wife?
So the kid's good, right? So
Yeah.
So listen. Remember
Yeah,
that
talk to
thing
me.
the thing I said I was going to drop off? I don't have
Yes.
that thing, but I have people responsible. Yeah, we have people responsible for that thing that's going to be dropped off in front of your precinct door any minute now.
Totally
There
just
you
gave
go.
up your secret.
There's got to be
identity.
more to this, Briggs. And you know that he's getting serious because he's calling you by your last name.
Right. No,
Don't pussyfoot around. Tell me the truth. What the hell's going on?
look, man, just
What the hell happened with the AIM stuff? Hold on a second. You can hear him. He sets down the phone. You hear him get up and slam the door to his office.
Right.
And then you hear him sitting back down because he's gained a lot of weight.
Happens to
he's
the best of us.
amen to that, brother. And then he picks up the phone. He's like, all right, okay. So what the hell happened with AIM?
I don't know.
Well, what do you mean you don't know?
I don't know what happened with
You
AIM.
don't know anything about those dead people up in there,
I
and
have
the
no
mutated
idea,
people, and all that different stuff. You don't know anything about that?
I don't know. All I know is that there were some homeless kids missing. I was looking for them. They suddenly show up. They said they were being held captive by these guys in yellow suits, and then these other two guys in black and blue suits, and let them out, and they just ran out. That's all I know. I was over here at the Loving Spoonful. They come running in like starving and hungry, and one of them's missing still.
Okay, so where's the robot?
That's what I'm saying, man. The robot got reactivated. It disappeared. It's probably out of the streets right now.
And you're just now calling.
Well,
me
I
to
was.
tell
What do
me
you think I
there's a
was doing? I
dangerous
was looking for
robot
this thing.
on the loose. I talked to you a couple of days ago.
I've been looking for this thing. I got people in the hospital.
I'm the police.
Well, listen. Listen. The guy's responsible. I don't know if they're hooked up with AIM or not, but they're the ones responsible and literally being dropped off by this. I think it's the same guys that freed my homeless kids.
Okay. All right. I got another question for you. There's been some talk around with some of the other guys on the force here, different things.
Oh, you know those guys gossip.
Well, So are you working for Benelli now?
Who?
The mob. You remember Anthony's dad?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Okay.
That was
okay.
acting.
Yes. Well done. That's what it looks like. Adam, did you take some notes? What makes it believable is that there's not a pause.
Interesting. That's why I do film. I can just cut those pauses out.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Am I working for Benelli?
That's what I asked.
No. Well, I mean, his kid was missing. His kid
Yeah.
was part of those missing kids.
Okay.
So I was looking for all of them, I guess.
So
So in that sense, was I working for him directly? Not really. I was looking for. I was one of the kids I was looking for. That's all.
okay. All right. I'm starting to get a bigger picture of what Jackson's reputation on the force was. I'm starting to get the bigger picture now. Okay. He goes, all right. Well, I can't stay on the phone trying to pry shit out of you because, like, I don't know if you've noticed, being busy saving and defeating supervillains as a normal Joe like you are.
I don't do
there's
that.
a
I don't know what you're
blizzard.
talking.
There's a blizzard outside, and my guys
Yeah, I know.
are busy up to their eyeballs.
I'm
with
sure
all
they
kinds
are.
of stuff. So I'll have somebody keep an eye out for these. Who are these guys you're delivering?
This guy Squall. He's like got this like.
Oh,
He's a
Squall.
human
So
he's a human whirlwind of some kind.
what I had asked is who was being delivered, not who was delivering them. But so the guy delivering them is the possible suspect in the murder of a bunch of AIM agents. Do you think that he'll stop and we can question him? And you hear him, he like puts his hand over the phone, but you can hear him through that, and he yells really loud because he closed his door and he's not going to get up to go open. He's like, "Hey, so and so, Smith, get in here. Get some guys together. That dude Squall's gonna be coming down here." And
why did you call this guy?
He barks out a couple of orders to him, and he goes, "All right, I gotta go." Click, and he hangs up the phone.
Oh, damn it!
Let's shift over to Squall, shall we?
Hey, wait.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Do we have the communications now?
I don't know. Do you have it in? I don't think.
It was in the van. I put it in.
Didn't we change? Well, I know. I changed into the.
I think what happened was they took that communication, that earpiece that Squall had in after he got beat, and you put it in your fanny pack.
So yeah,
they went because they would just roll around the van.
Yeah, I mean, I probably don't have that. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So
okay.
So Squall gets these two unconscious guys and lifts them up with his air powers and starts flying through the blizzard.
Yeah. Feeling pretty good about myself.
Yes. The city is really dark. It's still relatively early. It's like what, maybe 2:00? I think we were saying about this time. It's not late because you got up early.
It wasn't late, but it was probably starting to get dark.
It's definitely because it's probably around at this point, probably around 3:30 or so.
Well, it's really dark then because the blizzard.
It's starting to get. It would be getting slowly dark anyway. But with the cloud cover and the snow and everything like that.
Yeah. Now, the city is eerily deserted.
Yeah.
There's nobody on the streets.
It reminds me of Cleveland.
Cleveland
buried in snow and no one to be seen.
Exactly.
It's called lake effect, and that really doesn't fit Cleveland. So you know that drops inland a little bit. But anyway, so you're flying through, you fly over, you go, you know exactly where the police station is.
Sure.
So what are you going to do? I mean, it's right there in front of you. It's right up ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to fly him over. I'm going to put him down.
Where?
Because I think everything's cool. Right in front of the door.
Okay, so you're on the front door.
Yeah, and I knock.
Okay. You knock on the door, and you can see the wind. Now, the front doors of the police station are glass with wood, and they got steel, handles to them and whatnot. But they're all fogged up.
Yeah,
because
it's warm in there, cold.
Cold outside. So it's all fogged up, so you can't even see through.
Yep.
And like several heartbeats go by,
and I'm hovering in front of the door.
The door opens up, and then a head pops out and looks around and it automatically sees it. Holy shit!
Hey there, guy. Friendly neighborhood Squall here, dropping off some supervillains. I saw the news. You got it all wrong, man. I'm one of the heroes. Catch you later.
And he starts getting his gun out.
And I fly. and I fly away.
He does not shoot. But he does get his gun out and he points it up at you, saying to freeze, and then you fly away.
I'm super fast.
Yeah. Not to mention he's not going to shoot you. I mean, you didn't give him any just cause to shoot you.
My whirlwind it's got to like blow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Snow everywhere.
Yeah, it's just a... Yeah. Okay. You take it. You're back at.
And I'm back.
Deshaun's place. Yeah. Okay.
Minutes later, I'm back at Deshaun's. Hey, what'd I miss?
Let's say by the time you get there, drop them off, come back. I'm just like, hey, don't hang up. Oh, damn it.
You've got your story set by the time you get back up, because you got a couple of minutes before. I mean, because I'm assuming that the the substation or whatever precinct for Alphabet City is probably not that far away.
Yeah,
Especially-
the whole
especially if
area
you're
is
flying.
only,
The whole area
how
is
many
pretty-
blocks.
yeah.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that
it's
far,
small. Yeah, so you're to and fro
Yeah.
in your bag. Okay. So, and Deshaun, when you come in, hey, what'd I miss? And Deshaun goes, oh, your friend just called the captain.
I thought we said you weren't going to call them.
No, I had to call him to say that he's not getting a robot. He's expecting the robot.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
How many people are you offering robots to?
Oh, he can't have the robot because I've
That's
already
what I'm
disassembled
saying.
them.
That's why. That's
You
why I
offered
said
him a
that.
robot?
No, listen.
Does
he's
he
an
know
old-
who you are?
No, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who you are.
Then why did you offer him a robot?
Stop. I'm trying
Where
to
did
tell
he think you got this robot? Radio Shack?
Should I
Well-
not say anything?
Yes, you don't say anything.
He turns around, just goes back to work on whatever he's
Okay.
working on at the bench.
What have you told this guy?
Listen, he is my best friend. He was my old partner on the force. We could trust him. I still didn't tell him about you. He doesn't know about our superhero life. All right, don't worry
But
about that.
you were going to give
Stop.
him a robot.
I didn't know what to do with it. I had to find out. I had to get some information. I didn't tell him. He pieced it together. He's not an idiot, okay? But listen, I told him I don't have the robot. I told him that there was a superhero dropping off super villains. I was trying to build you up,
Great, thank you.
and then
I feel I did a good job of that on my own.
And now he's got these super villains to lock up. So he looks good, you look good, and we're in the clear.
But he knows.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
But
know.
why
sure
are
he
you hanging out
suspects.
with superheroes? Or from what the
He
TV
didn't even bother to ask. He didn't even bother to ask that. But he was just so excited about the fact that these villains were getting dropped off in front of his precinct.
See, the whole big picture of Jackson. I absolutely love it. Okay, I think at this point in time, what I need to do is just remind you guys of some things that are going on, just so you can take it all into consideration. There's been a lot
Right.
that's been going on.
Well,
Now
I know that we still got one of those deranged, experimented mutants running around out there.
Yes.
Supposedly, yes.
Right.
There's
There's
one.
still one, and
There's
isn't
still
there
one.
a robot too, or no?
That was in the past.
That was
the fever dream?
That didn't
Yep.
exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's one of the mutated AIM subjects
Right.
Yeah.
supposedly running around.
Running around.
We don't know what happened to Wanda
We don't know what happened to Wanda. We
don't know what happened to Wanda.
Jimmy
Or Darian.
Yeah.
or Darian.
And
And
I'm gonna,
Jimmy has been taken by some
Jimmy's
other homeless people that we don't know.
right.
and I'm going to point something out that you guys are probably not thinking of, is that you just destroyed Wanda and Darian's house.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're homeless again in a blizzard. Just throwing that out there.
Oh fuck, that's a good point. I did forget about that.
Yes. Okay.
All right, I gotta go back to the
And
warehouse.
don't forget, I'm just throwing out into the mix that Deshaun also pointed out when he told you about the tricorder thing, and that it has the mutant tracking ability on it, and
Right.
that if this technology was in the AIM building that was then stormed and what have you,
By Shield.
So
its Shield very likely now has this technology
And the government
to track
could
mutants.
Right.
I'm hoping that the snowstorm. I mean, this is government employees.
Now, what I will say is, what I want is I want a detective role
Mhm.
from good old Mr. Briggs.
Okay.
If you make a color, and how much of a color you make will depend on how much more of this information on that I will give you.
All right. Detective roll. So that's 100.
Just
Yeah.
roll D100, and your detective is actually at incredible.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
low roll.
wow.
That's 17.
That's
Regardless
not
of what
good
your, unless
rolls.
your detective roll is
Nope.
somewhere on shift 500.
Yeah, that's shift 5,000, by the way. But
Oh.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
So
say
never
that.
mind.
It says 500.
Never mind.
Never mind.
And I forgot about the karma points again. Damn.
You had to use all your karma to get that.
Right.
Thing up.
Use a lot of karma. Yeah. So
it was better you didn't waste it.
The information I already gave you is basically the information that you will have.
Okay.
So that's all the stuff that's going on for you guys. And Martha.
Right, let me
Martha's
go back.
pretty much taken care of. So
let's take things one piece at a time.
Okay.
Let me go. We're not that far from the Loving Spoonful either, right? A few blocks.
No.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Is the Loving Spoonful, would that be open in a blizzard or no?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
They would have been opened early.
Yeah.
Right.
To try and give out as much food as possible
And
before
But then they
closing
shut
up,
down. Yeah.
so that they could send their people home, so that they would be okay. So,
I need to go back to the warehouse that I destroyed and see if I could find Wanda and Darian.
Like if they're coming back to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. I hope they're not inside.
Nobody was inside when we were there.
They may have been knocked out.
But didn't we search the place before?
We didn't go in. We didn't
didn't.
search the entire. We searched the area that they lived in. We didn't search the entire thing.
Keep in mind, this is a
Right.
whole building, and where their sleeping places were just a couple of rooms.
Right.
Then there was
Right.
the big warehouse area that was connected to it, but then there's all those floors
Yeah.
above it. I mean,
Right. Right.
But it was so dark in that warehouse part. They may have been in there
Yeah.
and didn't see them.
yeah, because like for example, what if Jimmy knocked him out on accident
Yeah.
or killed him?
Okay.
I need to go
Okay.
back there.
I mean, if you go back there now, what? It's going to be a snow-covered wreck of a building.
There's going to be a bunch of pissed off first responders there. Is what it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
that's it.
I don't care. I need to go find them.
I mean,
Maybe you
alright.
take the tracker
Yeah. Okay.
and see if you can find those
Now, the
other
tracker-
mutants that found Jimmy.
The tracker can pick up a mutant within 20 yards.
Okay. There's only
That's,
we only
that's
have one of
the
these,
range.
right?
Yep, just one. So it doesn't have a really big range.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to go for this, for these other guys.
Huh.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
But
I feel like I need to go back to that warehouse.
okay, I'll go with you because, well, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of first responders there, so I wouldn't go in my super suit.
You would go in your super suit.
No.
With your clothes over your super suit.
Yes, that's what I meant.
I'm
We'll
going
call
in
it-
my super suit.
We'll call it Going Spider-Man.
Yes. All right. We'll do that. Going Spider-Man.
Why not just go in the super suit?
Because those first responders, I mean, what are you going to say? What we're doing there, dressed like that? Like,
I just want to find Wanda and Darian and make sure they're okay. I don't want to talk to the first responders.
they're going to try to. I mean,
Well-
you're gonna land there in the middle of this rubble. They're already there, probably digging through it.
Yeah, you can make a good point.
And
I mean,
don't
we
forget,
show up masked in costume. Like they're gonna assume we had something to do with it.
Yeah.
well, not so much that, but first responders do include police.
Yeah.
Right. That's the other
So
thing.
and when you going to tell them what happened when you dropped the guys off? You didn't even tell Jackson any of that. The guy tried arresting you. Tried arresting Squaw.
Yeah, he did.
Right. Because
Okay,
he's
so-
wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try to arrest.
Well,
him.
you guys are wanted in questioning. The news has even said that you're wanted in questioning.
Right.
Or
So that's why we can't go out when we know.
All right,
there's gonna
so
be police in
we'll-
costume.
All right. Put our overcoats and stuff on.
Yeah.
over the
Put
suits.
stuff over it.
I'll
That's
fly
fine.
over as close as we can. This blizzard is going to be hard to see.
Yep.
And then we'll walk the rest of the way because I lived there and you're
Right.
a good Samaritan.
Right, and I knew people that lived there.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we
that's what we'll tell them.
heard that there was an incident.
How about we heard a building falling down? That I
Yeah.
didn't believe that. and we came and we came over to see if our friends were fine.
Okay.
That's the story.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys make your way over there.
Okay.
Now
And-
wait, I've got my fanny pack
Okay.
with the tricorder in it,
Mm-hmm.
and the ray gun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I think that's all I have because I gave him back the magnetic discs and the shrink spray.
And he used up the last of the shrink spray.
Right.
Yeah. It was actually a good thing you gave him the shrink spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you hadn't, he wouldn't. Yeah. So.
I think you kept the discs though, didn't you?
All right, fine. I just kept the discs. Fine.
I think you did.
I don't remember. Honestly.
I know you gave back the spray because I was annoyed with you for giving back the spray.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Although I was unconscious in the hospital at that time, but
right. Okay.
Right.
So you guys go over there, and even before you get over there, I mean, there is a number of engines over there. You know, you can see through the downpour of snow that there's the lights and what have you, and it looks like they're actually they're picking up. They're done. They're picking up and they're getting ready to leave. They're getting ready to leave. Yeah.
shoot.
I mean, the snow is getting to be that bad.
Right.
They're like, there's like, well, we can't work in this sort of,
right.
Yeah.
So they're leaving, and it was general knowledge that was probably an empty building anyway.
Correct. I mean, they'll still have to come back, but
Right.
I'm gonna run over there.
Are they gone?
No, they're there.
I'm running over to them.
Okay.
You're running out. One of the firemen was like, whoa, easy, Slider. What are you doing?
Did you find anybody in here? I have friends who lived here.
And I'm right behind him, like.
And he goes. He like looks around. You can tell he's got that. I'm looking for somebody who's got more authority than me. Right. And he goes, "Hey, Cap," And then one of the another fireman comes walking over. Hey, what do we got here? What's going on, guys?
Did you
find around here? This is dangerous area.
Did you find anybody in here? I had friends who I lived in here. I had friends who lived here. Did you find anybody?
Look, guy. I don't know what to tell you, but if you had some friends that were in there,
well, I don't know if they were in there, but did anybody come back and look? I don't know.
Yeah, some people did come back. I mean, what did your friends look like?
I mean, there was African American woman, a skinny Jamaican guy,
a skinny naked guy,
Jamaican, not naked, Jamaican.
A Jamaican guy. Yeah, there was a couple of a black guy and a black girl, and then there was a couple of homeless folk.
Well, everybody was homeless.
A homeless lady. Yeah, there was like 6 of them. One guy smelled really bad, and a kid.
I mean,
and as he's going through and he's explaining them, it's the guy that it's the 4 that you saw that picked up Jimmy.
Right. That's what I figured.
Yeah. So he explains them. He's like, so you knew those people. Man, I got to tell you, they came, they saw, and the two, the black girl and the black guy seemed kind of upset because the place had fallen down and whatnot. So but
Well, at least
do you know which way did they go?
That way, and he just points to the other end of the alley. He goes. So
all right. Well, at least it doesn't.
We're pretty sure. The number one thing is like we're gonna have to come back and we're gonna have to sift through all this different stuff. But if those were your friends, they weren't in there.
All right. Well, hopefully that's who they were. What do you think happened here?
Who knows? These buildings are old. It probably had partial demolition done to it. The idiots do it all the time. They start a job, don't finish it, and then it works on the integrity of the building itself. So. This isn't the first time, and this. There's been plenty of times where there's been like partial collapses of a building and stuff that's been partially demolished. That then they didn't finish demolishing. It's just been sitting there, sort of thing. It's like who knows? Maybe a fire started, and we won't be able to tell until. First of all, we got to get out of this, and then after the blizzard is gone. Fortunately, the snow is going to make sure it probably doesn't burn, so we're good.
Okay. All right, so
All right,
I
thank
start
you.
walking away. I pull Gabe with me in the direction that he pointed. Like, all right, so this is the same group that took Jimmy.
Yeah,
Sounds
who
like.
are these people?
I don't know, but if we can catch up to them, any chance that they left tracks?
I mean, they
This
probably
time-
snowed over way before now.
Are they snowed?
Yes,
Are
but-
they okay?
Oh, you're a super tracker.
Let's do some of this detective work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna use some karma.
Okay.
Good idea.
It's gonna be hard because you've got the blizzard and the snow,
Of course,
and there's a lot
of
of
course.
traffic going around here with
I'll be right back.
firemen
All right.
and all that different jazz. So,
All right, so I'm gonna use 50 of the karma.
okay, that's good.
Okay,
That's substantial.
right.
Look at that! Look at that awesome psyche you got. Amazing. Woo-hoo. It's gonna be hard for somebody to mind fuck you.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. I'm rolling.
Okay.
Nice. Plus the 50.
Yeah. So 92, and your
Nice.
intuition is what?
My intuition is
Is remarkable, right?
Yes.
Okay, and because you have detective, it bumps
Well,
up
excellent.
one.
Oh wait, I used excellent for something. What did I use it for?
Let's see.
I forget. But yeah, right. It should be remarkable.
Your intuition is remarkable. Yep.
Yes.
So you got a red,
Nice.
okay, which is what you needed to get.
Nice.
Okay. So what you see is basically a bunch of footprints.
Mm.
And you see Jackson starting to do like he's going into detective mode. He's like looking around, he's looking at the footprints. He walks a little way, looks over here, looks that way, walks out into like where the street is onto the sidewalk. You guys are leaving the alleyway and what have you. And he's looking around a little bit and he's like, this has got to be them. We've got 6 tracks. And nobody's roaming around in here in a big group.
Right.
It's snowed in, and
The streets are pretty empty.
Yes.
It's got to be. If they left any kind of trail, it's got to be pretty noticeable.
and what you're seeing it's just like if it's their old tracks, like
Right.
it's they're just sunken down lower than the snow around them, but there's fresh snow in there. It's like you couldn't tell the
Right.
tracks or anything, but it's you can see where somebody had walked.
Right.
You know, you're like, there it is.
There you go.
Wow, you're good at this.
It better be.
It was his job before he was kicked off the force.
No, I left. I left.
Likely
we're-
story.
Yeah, we're starting to see the real picture.
No.
Did Nixon quit too? I mean, for the record, am I right on this?
It is. That's a fair point.
Yeah, just gonna throw that out
Are you
there.
kidding me? With my power when I left, everybody would have been crying.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
So sad.
That's true because you're not above doing that. Okay, cool.
All right. So, following the tracks, following where it leads.
Okay, so you guys start following the tracks. Now, what I need to know is, and you guys know this, so
Mhm.
you're following the tracks. They're going to wherever the closest subway is.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Sure.
So, and I take it here is this the underground subway parts? Is it the one that you
Everything's
go-
underground.
Everything's
over here,
underground.
There's no
Except
elevated.
in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Brooklyn, and then once you get
And then
further,
Queens, a little bit in Queens.
yeah, and once
But
you get
like,
you've got to go
further
like,
away
up,
from
or to
Manhattan
like the
Island.
Bronx. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're not
Okay.
everything
Yeah.
in Manhattan's underground.
underground.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they lead to a subway station. So you
And
guys
I'm like,
go.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
get
it.
you guys go. You head down
Mhm.
into the subway, and it's deserted, which is
Yeah,
rare.
makes sense.
because
Nobody's
there's
out.
nobody's out. Nobody's
Right.
out. You know,
How long does that shrink spray last?
an hour.
An hour, right? And if he was in that suspended stasis thing,
But would
that's
he have
the only-
given
that's-
would he have given a bunch of homeless people a suspended animation machine?
Well,
no,
here's
that's what just as long as he was in there.
I don't think he was.
you don't think he was either. Because you know the suspended
yeah.
animation machine, like when you delivered the first guy, he made a box so that the machine
Yeah.
could go into the box so it could be
Right.
carried. Even if he was just giving them a suspended animation that disc,
And a robot had to
No.
carry it.
it still would have been it would have had the
Yeah.
energy out. You could have been able to see it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But it didn't look like any of that was going
Fuck,
on.
He just gave them a tiny fucking mutated Hulk Jimmy.
Yes.
God, I fucking hate this guy.
You hate
Why
Deshaun?
I do now. I
You
liked
know
him
he doesn't
before.
think. You know he doesn't think like everybody else. And I just start heading downstairs.
Yeah, we've got a problem on our hands as I follow you down the.
It'll all become clear.
Yeah,
Of course we do. And I'm like, of course we have a problem here. That's why we're here.
Mhm.
There's a problem
I know,
bit.
but
that we're a part of. How? I'm still not sure. Like Jackson starts going on this rant.
I'll just let him do it. I just let him get it out of his system.
Okay, so you guys are
And now
down
I've got
there.
a super suit.
That's right. And a super
Ranting.
name. You don't just have a super name. You've got a super team name
Oh man.
that has been saddled on you guys. Who knows if it sticks? We'll see.
We got to do something heroic at some point.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, the people in Alphabet City have seem to have high regards for you guys.
Yeah,
So far. Yeah.
that's a start.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
a good start.
Yeah. So you guys are down in this subway station. What are you doing? It's empty.
It's of course it's.
You're on the
empty.
platform.
We're on
Nobody
the
there.
platform.
Yep.
The trains are still running. I'm assuming
Yeah, but they're going to be delayed, though.
they're going to be delayed, right? The thing is, though, let's see. Alphabet City. It's right by the tunnel, so they wouldn't have gone in the tunnel through the river. I don't think so.
I don't think they
Why
could have
would
gotten
they?
there through there.
They would have gone more inland.
Yeah.
So that's
You
the
would-
direction.
So they,
We
yeah,
go.
they wouldn't have gone in that direction. I mean, they're
Right.
basically going from here. They're going north or south.
Right.
So
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. No. Well, the train line goes over the bridge. So right, they wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah,
They wouldn't want to go outside over the bridge, so they'd stay.
they
in,
got to stay inside.
Go
There's got to be
more-
something.
more.
There's
inland.
got to be something in these tunnels,
Well, it's warmth. It's tunnels.
right?
There's a lot.
And there's also,
a lot
like,
of
the
homeless
old-
that go down there.
There's also
The
the
older
old
tunnels.
system, which is
Yeah.
no longer in use.
Right.
Too bad we
There's
don't have a
that
map
whole
of that
mythology
because
about New York City.
No, this is exactly what you guys need to do.
yeah,
So this is what we're doing. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what we take like the service entrance.
we've got to go down.
down
Yeah,
there
we've got to go
into
down
the tunnels
through the
and
tunnel.
and go down there because if Jimmy blows up to full strength, full size, who knows what's going to happen down there?
And I would say we go north because there's not much further south.
Right.
Well, unless you're going under the water through Brooklyn, but I don't think those old tunnels go that far.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not a tunnel going through the
Well,
river.
no, I'm
It's
talking
a
about like the
bridge.
subway tunnels.
No, the train goes over the bridge down that way.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's
we've-
Williamsburg Bridge.
Yeah, you're right. So we
Yeah,
gotta
so
go
that's what I'm
north.
saying. They're not going to take the line that goes outside over the
Yeah,
bridge. They're going to go
right.
back in one.
Yeah,
where
we've
it's
got to go
warm.
north.
Yes,
All right,
so that's what we do.
Okay, so you start.
we
walking
go down, hop down.
You're gonna hop down onto the.
Well, I mean, if
to
you
where
walk
the
to the
tracks
end of the platform, there's like
There's a still
service
staircase.
gate.
Yeah,
yeah,
There's a staircase. So like we go down that way,
gotcha.
start
And it starts getting really dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
Right. Did we bring flashlights?
Fuck, no, you
anybody
didn't.
Did anybody think about flashlights?
Nope.
I don't even have a home, let alone a flashlight.
You got a lighter? Got a Bic or something?
Does what about that? What about that tricorner? Does that light up?
Oh,
It does.
like yes. Okay, yeah, good call. So I pull it out.
That's the only thing we have that's like
I turn it on and like
Space Age Star Trek.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it's like you're
And
like.
from the light from the digital panel, I just
Yeah, and then so you're doing it like a
It's the-
phone that didn't
Right.
have it didn't have the,
It's
the,
the
the
Exactly.
light
first
out of the camera.
iPhone flashlight.
that.
Yeah, you're just using the screen.
exactly.
All right, cool. No, that's exactly what I was wondering was going to happen here. All right, cool. Okay, so you guys start. You pull out the tricorder thing and you use it as a light. It's surprisingly effective.
And also, it could help us find mutants.
Right.
It's true. Are you
Right.
going to turn it on for
Turn it on. Well, I had to turn it on for the thing to
But
light up.
it does
So
it does a number of different things besides just track mutants.
We want
he
the
showed you how to
tracking
do
technology.
Yes.
Basically,
he showed me how to use it.
There's a database in it. There's the mutant tracker in it. There's a communication device in it.
We don't want that.
That can be used in communication with other tricorders.
Yeah, we don't want that right now.
No, yeah.
So I'm just letting you know the functionality of the unit. So it's like a phone, but it only connects to other phones of its make.
Right. It was like one of those Nokias with like the.
So you've got it turned around, and you're like holding it, and you're going through. Beep, beep.
Yes. So like I alternate between shining the way and then using the tracker. It's like
tracker stays on. Once you turn it on, it'll stay on.
All right, so I'm using it. I'm like, all right, well, the tunnel just goes this way, so we're heading this way.
So you guys start going down through the tunnel, and you walk. I'm not sure how far you would walk, and then there's a like an inset, like a alcove with double doors.
Okay.
It says, danger, keep out,
right? Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's obviously some sort of maintenance or perhaps something to do with the electronics for the tracks.
Double door. Just for reality's sake.
For reality's sake. Okay, so it's one door. And
steel door.
It would be a steel door.
It's a steel door, and it's open.
Ooh.
It's not closed.
Okay.
It's like a jar.
Is that tracker leading me that way?
Nothing. The tracker's not made any noise. It's not doing that. Remember, it only picks up mutants within 20 yards.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is not far. So let's go through here though, because this
all
door
right.
would
So
not
let me
be
just open the door. Well, let's just.
The door's open.
It. Well, it's a jar. Let's push it open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I'll
go ahead,
push
big
it
guy.
open.
Push it open.
There you go.
You let me take care of this part.
It looks like a big old heavy door.
I'll go first now. Yeah.
And in true comic book fashion, okay, the healing in the Marvel game is like comics. You guys are fine again.
Oh,
okay.
Great.
Nice.
You got your health back.
Squall,
you still have your cast.
My
on.
cast, yeah.
Your cast is
but
still
I
on.
have my tire iron to make up for it.
There you go. So you got that going on for you. And so you open up the door, and it goes into what is obviously some sort of maintenance room. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not sure what would be in there, if it would have stuff for the electronics for the track or what have you. But and you notice that
it's not like a big stick with a piece of rebar on it or something.
Roll.
45.
No. You can't get lucky all
I did find the mace, so that was really
there you go.
Right.
In the back of the room is two metal there's a metal trap door in the floor with two metal doors that come together, and you can open them up. And they're open.
Okay.
And there's a hole going down into something.
There's no platform that lowers down or anything.
No, there's not like a thing you get on it.
Right.
You gonna go over and look in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go over there. There's some rats in here squeaking around, of course. What have you.
And we're in the subway tunnels. There's rats everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
It's not a surprise.
They're up on the platform. I mean, they're not
on the platform.
There's nothing new here. Yeah.
And you go and you shine the light down there, and there's a ladder that goes down from here, and it looks like it goes into a sewer tunnel. It goes down basically 15 feet, and then you see the light reflects off of water that's down in there, and it's flowing, not super rushing or anything,
right.
But as opposed to just having a little trickle going down there,
current, yeah.
There's a current that's going in there. It's probably maybe a foot deep. And you're sure it's probably cold as fuck.
Luckily, we've got our super suits on under our clothes.
There you go.
Here.
And they are insulated.
Yep. Thank you, Deshaun.
All right.
See, he's not a bad guy.
So
well, he's made some dumb mistakes for a smart dude, but
right.
All right.
So are you saying that we strip out of our street clothes and just go in our super suits?
You're gonna fuck up your clothes if you go down there.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm doing, I just basically have that parka and rubber boots anyway.
Sure.
Yeah,
all
let's super suit this bitch.
Okay, fine.
Which is something you've never read in a Marvel comic, by the way.
Super suits?
Let's super suit this bitch is a phrase never before uttered.
Nope,
in
not
the Marvel
once.
universe.
Okay, so there's actually a desk in this room. Okay, so you guys can just set your stuff up on this this desk.
Might as well. Yeah.
So yeah. And there's lights in here. You guys could turn on the lights in this area.
Right. It is a. Is it an office or more like a utility closet?
It's like a utility closet. So if you were to flick the switch, there's like some overhead lights, and half of them are burned out. You know, but
enough to see like.
Might help
totally.
Just to get down. Yeah.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
I will go first.
You want to take the lead?
I would love to.
Okay. All right. So you guys go down the ladder. Like I said, it goes down like 15 feet, so it's substantial.
Mm-hmm.
And then it where it lets out, it's actually on the side of the tunnel. So
down the wall, straight down the wall.
It comes down to the side, and you look and you turn the light from the tricorder in both directions. And you know what I just thought of? Remember in Aliens when they're looking for the guy, and he goes down, and he looks the one way, and then he looks back and that doesn't happen, but
that would be awesome.
That would have been awesome.
And there's Jimmy.
And so you look down, and it goes down. Now the light from the tricorder goes about 12 feet. Before it really starts to dim out. Okay. And
the tracker goes 20 feet.
20 yards.
20 yards.
So that's what? 3 times
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah. So 60 feet. So it just goes off in one direction. It goes off in the next direction. And Now there are ledges. There are ledges on the sides that you can walk on.
Yeah.
And then the trough in the middle. Okay.
And that's where the flowing water is.
The flowing water's in the trough.
So we can walk up on the sides.
Correct. It hasn't gotten to the point where it's, because the snow is really good. It's flowing because there is melt, some melts. Yeah. But it's not like this thing will be chock full of water once all that snow starts melting. You know what I'm saying? So
but we have plenty of time. Then.
Yeah, exactly. So the storm's not even predicted to move out until midday tomorrow.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
does your tracker show any direction that we should go, or are we just guessing?
There is a compass on it.
I mean, but it still doesn't say which way to go. No. I mean, it shows us a direction. So can I use my detective skills and see if there's any
wet
scuff marks or see where they grabbed onto the wall or something?
You sure can. All
right, let's do that. All right. So what did I use before? I didn't do that.
Yeah, just roll a D100. Your detective skills are done under incredible. So we'll see what color you get.
But I was thinking of using some karma.
You could.
Oh,
you still have some left.
Because wait, I used 50 before.
Mm-hmm. So you've got 65 left.
65 left. So I'll use another 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20. All right. Oh.
So 65.
Okay. 65.
And that is the first yellow. So yes.
Nice.
Okay.
You see tracks. Fresh tracks. Because they've smudged some of the mud and gunk that is on the sides there.
Right.
And you're seeing a number of footprints. So obviously they came down this ladder and started moving in this one direction, and
Right.
it's deeper. Wherever this tunnel's going, you're going against the flow. Okay.
Okay.
So the flow's going
Mhm.
out. I'm assuming towards the river. They went the opposite
Sure.
way of it,
Right.
further
So
in
we'd be
to
going
the island.
west in this case.
Yes. We're heading west. All right.
Okay.
That's what. And I pointed out to, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I get it. You're
Here we
good at
go.
this. Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you guys.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
I'll continue to go first. You just got to make sure that as long as we're still going in the right direction, then I'll go first.
Okay. Sounds good.
Now I'm assuming that as you're going, Squall's just kind of floating in the air.
I don't think so.
I'd be
Because-
walking right here.
You'd be walking. There's
You
not
could-
a whole
you-
lot of headroom in these tunnels.
He could float. He could float
I
right in the
can
middle of the
float.
tunnel.
What's he gonna
Yeah.
do? Kick up all that sewer
No, it doesn't-
water underneath him?
It's just
It-
a
it-
float.
it's-
Yeah,
it
I'm
just
not
swirls
doing
around
full
him.
whirlwind. You know what? I will float because I don't want to get this stuff.
Yeah, man. Use your
Yeah.
powers. Look cool.
Yeah,
You got to remember that this is being drawn in some comic book somewhere. You
That's
want to
true.
look cool
Yeah,
doing it.
that's
You know, you don't ever just and when you're flying, you're not doing this. You're kind of like
Yeah.
going, flying, all
Yeah.
posed.
When
and
John
shit.
Buscema draws me, I want to.
There you go.
Floating. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So you start going down the sewer line here, and you're going for, I don't know, quite a bit. You're walking for at least a good 10 minutes. Okay, so
Mhm.
you pick up some distance, and you make it to a part where the wall has been knocked in.
Hmm.
Okay, now where it's been knocked in is because the tunnel is round, right? And it's not knocked in like totally on the side. It's sort of like up high so that the water won't crest over in
Got
through
it,
this
yeah.
hole until it rises
Yeah.
at least higher than halfway. So like a normal person that was standing there would have to reach up, grab, pull themselves up, and then get in
Mhm.
through the hole. Someone who's flying can look back at the skinny guy and go,
Yeah, no.
sucks for you right
This is
about
going
now,
to be
buddy."
hard for you to get up. Yeah.
Can I even reach it? Can I even reach it though?
If you jump.
Okay. All right. No, hey, that's all I need to know. That's fine.
I'm sure,
I'll help you up.
yeah, I was going to say. Because otherwise, watching this poor strength.
I mean, it would be
try to pull
funny,
himself
but
up
we're
in-
on
I
a.
pull myself up.
If we
That's
weren't on
exactly
such
what
a,
it would be.
if we weren't on such a time crunch,
And then Squall would be sitting there going, to get in the academy, don't you get do some pull-ups? or
Yeah,
some shit?"
there's got to be some upper body work
Right?
necessary.
I can totally see you floating, but on the other side, sticking your head through the
Yeah,
hole, going,
right?
"You got this."
I'm not
You
even
got
sticking my
this.
head. Like I have my arms like this.
Like, you got this. Come on, you got
And then
Okay, so-
eventually I just grab you by the scuff of the back of your super
Right.
suit, pull you through.
So you pick up mental, and you guys are looking in. Now it breaks through and it goes to on the other side. On the other side is a dug out tunnel.
Mhm.
Okay, like somebody actually dug through the bedrock. I'm assuming is probably at this point is be bedrock down here.
Mhm.
And on the other side, though, where it busts out, just as at the end of the light, so it's not that big of a dig. It's like maybe 10 feet of solid earth and rocket head they dug through, and it seems there's another hole that goes into a larger space. Okay, now this hole, you guys kind of got to scooch down a little bit to get through it. Okay,
Him or me?
both of you.
You could probably
Oh.
walk up.
Well, you
I was
can
gonna
walk.
say,
Yeah, you
I
can
could,
walk
like,
through it. Yeah.
Poking
And-
you in the butt. Get moving. Get
Oh
moving.
God, I'm trying to get my shoulders
On-
too broad.
on the other side of this tunnel. Okay, now the tunnel's probably about 5 feet wide, so it's good enough for it, but it is low. On the other side of where the tunnel it's led out into old tunnels.
Yeah, so this is we found the old
subway system.
Yeah.
The old subway system, yes. And you can tell too that this part here that you're coming out into, this would have been the upper part. So this is like the old platform area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the tunnels, the under tunnels for this area are even further below it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
So
jives, right?
yeah, and so you see again, because once you got a train on these scuff marks and stuff, you've been able pretty much to follow them. Okay, and as you guys get down into here, and again, it's dark in here, and
this little light that goes 12 feet out.
Yeah, and it's just like
it's like pea soup green color because it's a old 80s screen.
You got it. Yeah, it's old 80s.
So it feels like we're in the Matrix. It's just green haze around us.
And the tracker goes beep. Beep.
Oh, I look at it. Oh, is it picking us up?
Nope,
No.
it's not picking you guys up.
And I kind of like.
Yeah, actually, Deshaun programmed it so that you guys don't set it off.
Okay.
Because otherwise, we would just be walking in circles.
You guys would just be standing there holding it and go beep, 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 beep.
Just turning around and around and around.
I don't understand. They should be right here.
That's totally it.
Big guy to little guy. I don't get it. All right. So, I'm like, hey. This thing does work, and I show him like.
Does it?
And it's
show
ahead.
How many?
There's one signal dead ahead and like to the right. It's basically onto the platform. So like when you guys come through over to the right's the platform. There's old tracks and what have you, and then there's like wall and whatnot on the one side. This is like whatever where they would. This is a dead end area for the old subway system. There's not another tunnel going the other way. So this is, and it's wide.
We're literally, okay.
So basically,
there's one direction to go from here.
Yes, and basically where the tracks are is wide because there's enough space for several cars.
Yeah.
So this is like a maintenance or trade out section. And after you guys move a little bit further in, there are old dilapidated. There's 3 of them cars. That are all off to the left-hand side, all broken down and dirty and just,
Okay.
Beep.
Let's move closer.
So I'm like, all right, looks like the platform. We start heading over that way.
Beep. Beep.
No lights besides what we've got.
Besides from the thing.
Beep.
Okay.
Beep. Beep.
And then we're like, Wanda?
Beep.
Wanda, is that you?
And then you hear a kid's voice go, hello.
Well, hey there.
Beep.
I push my way in front of.
No. I hold you back.
Like, what?
Stay back.
Kid?
Stay back.
Kid?
Why is there a kid?
Paranoid.
Why? Yeah, because there's
so
a kid.
Paranoid.
This is the creepiest thing we could have found as a kid.
Hello. Will you come play with me?
Come play with us.
Damn. That's intense right there. Okay, I'm sorry.
We're entertaining ourselves. Don't worry. We're fine.
No, because I was looking up at something that I needed to do to be a judge. And so
I'm like trying to go around. Gabe's holding me back.
I'm holding you back, and I'm still walking forward.
Yeah. Like, hey, honey, are you alone down here? Is there anybody else here?
Who are you?
We're friends.
We're friends. We're looking for more of our friends.
Who are you?
And the voice starts getting louder as he's coming. Whoever you hear the footfalls. They're just crunch, crunch. Oh, I'm not supposed to come up there. Beep, beep.
Okay.
Beep.
Well, where's everybody else?
Oh, they're here. They're further. Well, and then you hear something here.
Like whispers?
Yeah, you hear some whispers. And then when you hear those whispers, it's almost like in tune at the same time. On the tracker, it goes beep, 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 beep.
Okay, guys, we're just looking for friends of ours.
It's okay. We're mutants too.
And I shut it off.
Okay.
I shut it off.
You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you shut it off.
Right. Yeah, we're
mutants.
Lights, come on.
Okay.
Oh, shit, that's gotta hurt.
And you guys go, ah!
Now my goggles.
Uh-huh.
Are you wearing goggles?
Yeah, he's got his
Yeah.
goggles. It's part of his
It's part of my super suit.
suit.
Right.
It doesn't matter, right? That light is still.
I mean, it's not like
It's intense.
It's
just
got
for
to
wind
momentarily blind us.
Yes,
right?
it momentarily blinds you guys. What I need you guys to do is give me endurance checks.
Oh,
You're good at that, right?
I have good endurance.
I got a 54.
I got a 60.
I'm unremarkable though.
Yeah.
I'm well in green.
You guys are good. So basically,
You're good too. You're in green.
Yeah, and because basically what turns on are they're like jerry-rigged floodlights that are up on the ceilings, and you can see like there's cords.
They probably took like old work lights from.
Yes, that's exactly what they are. And you see, as your eyes adjust, there on the platform are roughly 20 of these homeless-looking people.
Is it the
Morlocks?
It's got to be the Morlocks. I was thinking the whole thing. Yeah.
One of the
once we went down into this thing, I figured.
One of the kids, the like at the front, is a small it's a kid. Okay, green skin. Doesn't really even have a nose. He's got the slits for it. Really big yellow eyes. And you notice there's a number of other ones that have different features to them. Like there's this guy who's scaled, looks kind of reptilian. There's another guy. Most of these have what would be considered by human standards deformities.
Right. Is there a chick that looks like Joan Jett with bones sticking out of her?
No.
Oh, darn it.
So, and you don't see Wanda. Okay. You don't see Darian. And you don't see Jimmy either. Yeah. Okay. But there's a number of these people there. Standing next.
These people.
That's right.
Fucking Homo sapien. What? I mean,
what? Right?
Racist was that?
Yeah, fucking muties. So, standing next to the little green kid is a kind of just a frumpy looking housewife. Okay. And she's just there and smiling. And even from this distance, something smells kind of ripe over there. And it not just like ripe.
I know it's not me because I recently took a shower.
Yeah. And not just ripe in the sense that these are a bunch of people that live down in the sewers.
Right.
Okay? Right. It's kind of like it's a permeating stench, like pretty powerful, like almost to it's like one notch away. You're pretty sure that you could start like getting pretty sick off of it.
Okay.
And
is that from
pretty
the kid?
No, you're pretty sure that's emanating from this guy that's standing next to him on the other side. So you got the frumpy old lady, you got the little kid, and you got the other guy on the other side, right? And he looks kind of slimy, like his in the fact that he's gray. Okay, He's got kind of like much like the kid. His features aren't really sharp or anything. They're kind of smoothed out. But he's got a mouth. He's got a nose. He's got wide eyes. Doesn't really have like more like
That
fish
kid
eyes.
sounds really familiar. I can't.
And
Is he a real character, or did you make him up?
I'm not fucking telling you that.
This sounds really familiar.
It did sound really familiar. Yeah.
And but he's dressed even though he's that. And you kind of think that maybe he's the guy that's got the stink thing going on because everybody else gives him kind of a wide berth. Except the lady and the little kid. Okay.
Who have no sense of smell, apparently.
Or they're just used to it. Who knows?
Their mutant power is
smell.
Just being cool with stinky shit, man.
Yeah. And so the lady goes, "Oh, hello. How are you?"
Oh, hello. We're
If I were you, my dear boy, you might want to land on the platform. And she's talking. She's pointing at you.
Yeah, well, I figured she's talking to me.
Yeah.
I feel good here.
Oh, okay.
I turn around like, Gabe, we don't want to make them.
And they start walking towards you. The three start walking first, and then like a heartbeat after that, the mass of the rest of them start moving.
Yeah,
and they're not moving threateningly, but they're moving towards you in mass.
We're friendlies.
Your wind power just cut out.
Shit, so I fall down onto the platform.
Oh.
Yes, boom. You hit the platform.
Is that what the kid does?
When you fall down,
the fucking kid does, doesn't it?
The kid giggles a little bit.
I knew it.
And the frumpy old lady looks at him and goes, Now, Leech.
Leech, that's his name. I
move
knew
a little
it.
bit closer.
I knew it, yeah.
And they start walking towards you. They're coming. Who are you?
And I look at Gabe like, I'm mental, and this is my friend Squall, and we're looking for other friends of ours that we believe came down here.
Oh.
Yeah, they may have had a tiny, really crazy mutated dude who then became big.
So you know our new friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
as
Wanda.
She's talking to you, the other Morlocks, as they came up, and they're about 10 feet. They're shit! I gave it away. Yes,
well,
they're Morlocks. Come on, everybody knows they're Morlocks.
Come on,
they moved up and stopped 10 feet from you. The rest of the Morlocks keep moving, and they're moving in behind. Us. Yeah, they're going to surround you. Goes, you know our friends. You know Wanda.
We know Wanda
and Darian. Yes.
That's right. We were actually like worried about them.
Oh, they're safe now. They're safe now.
Okay. Can we talk? Can we see them?
I don't know about that.
We're all mutants here. We're all cool.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Oh, my dears. There's plenty of mutants in the world, and not all mutants are nice. So we can't assume that you're nice either.
Okay, fair. And then I'm like, I take the mask off.
And then the guy that's kind of slimy and whatnot goes, "What are we doing with these guys? These are topsiders. The hell with these guys. They've got the content. And you heard? No, we should kill them now."
Whoa! I take my mask off. I'm trying to like settle everything.
And she goes, "Calm down, Reek. Calm down.
Reek.
I'm Anna Lee."
You're Anna Lee.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Now,
you talked to our friend.
I can tell you. Yes. I talked to him the other day and told him that he had to give me our friend.
Okay.
Oh, you convinced him, didn't you? That's your power?
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
It is.
It makes much more sense than that idiot just giving you that.
Oh, he's a nice boy.
He has been very helpful for us. Look at the super suit. Pretty cool, yeah?
Yeah, he made this. I'm like,
not impressed. Okay, all right.
All right, so anyway.
Well,
We just wanted to make sure our friends were fine. We're okay.
Yes. Here's the thing. I really don't have a choice anymore. You kind of have to come with us. Yeah. Either that, we kill him. Reek.
Well, let's not. We're not gonna. No one's gonna kill anybody.
There's no need.
We're all. I'm homeless.
Oh, well, maybe you can join us.
Yeah.
And I look at
You see, you know how to get here.
I
And
have a very poor memory.
I'm sure you do, honey. But the other thing is I don't get to make this decision.
Okay.
The only reason you caught us here was because, well, we kind of were thinking you might show up.
You left a trail.
We tried. But Wanda and Darian had told us about the two of you. And so we decided to wait in case you did show up. And you did. So I guess they were right about you.
Good news, friends.
Yes. But I'm not in charge. And there's only one person who can make a decision as far as what can happen to you now. And that's not me. It's Callisto.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
okay. So let's go.
You'll
see
have to
Callisto.
come with us, and
That's
we'll
fine.
let you meet Callisto, and then a decision will be made. Yay!
Yay.
And Reek turns around pissed and just starts walking.
Yeah.
And then Annalie goes, now, Leech is going to stay really close to the two of you.
Yeah.
Please stay close to Leech. If you move too far away from Leech, and she is motioning towards the other Morlocks, some of our friends might have to bring you closer back to him.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think I get it. Leech, you got some interesting powers there, bud.
I do. They're great.
And there goes.
I can make people disappear. It's
I'm
like,
back.
Wow.
It's like, yes,
Sorry
Leech is.
about that. All right. Last I heard was we were going to go see Callisto.
Yes, and Leech was. They were saying that you
We
have to stay close
to Leech.
Have to stay close to Leech.
Or they're
If
going
you
to make
move-
us stay close to Leech.
Or they'll make you stay close to Leech. And then he,
Okay.
Gabe had said, "That's a cool power you have," and he goes, "Yeah, it is."
And then you disappeared.
So, and Leech is like, "Yeah, nobody can do anything if I don't want them to. At least not with superpowers, anyway. Come on. Oh, hey, look!" And he starts digging through his pockets, and he's pulling out baseball cards and different stuff. And he's just a kid, and he's just talking with you guys and what have you.
Right.
And then you guys just start moving in mass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I'm talking with the kid. I'm like, hey, what cards you got? Oh yeah.
And he'll totally talk with you. And,
Yeah.
And he'll ask you about what superheroes you know and why did you choose to be a superhero.
Oh, I didn't choose. He
He's
chose.
like,
he chose.
Oh, he chose, and he says, "Shouldn't you work out more?" And
And I'm
absolutely
just-
right. I should.
And I'm just keeping my eye out on everybody else around us, just trying to make sure nobody makes any sudden moves.
they're not. But they're all just keeping their eyes on you. And like I said, there's a number of these guys. There's like I said, there's the one guy who looks kind of lizard-esque.
Right.
And a lot of them have different deformities. There's a lot of really tough-looking motherfuckers here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Reek is way the hell ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. Well, he left first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you can tell that everybody else is letting him set the pace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He's the pace car.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go too fast; you get too close.
So you guys start traveling through. You go through this platform. You go down into these tunnels, and then you start. They start taking through a maze of different tunnels and things along these lines. Okay, and it's a lot of this way and that. These things are ancient tunnels from back when you can tell from the brickwork and stuff. You're getting into places man, this is some old shit.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys are taking your time and going along, do you want to do anything or say or talk to anybody? Because this little bit of a travel is going to take a little bit.
Well, I'm just talking to the kid.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
And I'm just showing, like, there's nothing to be scared of. We're not going to try anything. Maybe I'll try to talk to the old woman a little bit.
The kid's not afraid of you at all.
Why would he be?
Well, no,
he's just like, hey!
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's not afraid of us, then...
Yeah.
Although
none of the other Morlocks are shown to be afraid of you either.
No, we're neutralized.
Right. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to talk to the old woman, because even if she doesn't make the decisions,
she's not really super old. She's in her mid. She looks probably older than she is.
She actually is, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, because of just hard living. You know what I mean? But she's no older than we are, guys.
All right.
How rude!
I know. So you can say anything to Annalie you want.
Annalie,
she'll talk with you.
All right. And I'm just like, Annalie, can I ask you something?
Of course you can.
Anybody new that comes down here, you automatically pull them into your group?
Not really.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I can tell you. There's many people that come into our territory that, shouldn't. And they're dealt with.
I can understand that, sure.
But we're always looking to expand and protect our people.
Sure. Okay.
And there are many people who actually are surfacers that are our people. They just don't know it yet.
Okay. Fair.
And every so often we'll go, and if we find out about these people, because we come up to your world all the time.
Okay.
Get a little of this, get a little of that, take it down with us. Every once in a while, sometimes people go, they need a slave or two. Get one of those.
Okay. And now I'm starting to look around like, okay. I'm nudging Gabe.
Yeah.
Hearing this?
I am hearing everything.
Yeah. Morlock Society's pretty hardcore, man. And when we know about people on the surface that are Morlocks that just don't know it yet, we try to help them and liberate them. Much like the ones that we had found out about that were being used by AIM.
Yeah. We had come across some of them already, yeah.
We found the other one. He's down here as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
We tried to help them. And
we did try to help them.
We've been teaching
a lot of kids.
Yeah, we've been teaching them how to be calmer with their
Good.
demeanors.
That's good. Well, that's awesome. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying to keep like a positive spin on everything here, because I'm like, I don't want them to get pissed off.
Mm-hmm. Those who wish to join us, you just simply ask, and then it's up to Callisto to decide whether or not you're open. You're welcomed openly, or if you have to earn your spot.
Okay.
And what happens for those that don't?
That aren't
that don't wish to join?
Well,
out of curiosity, hypothetically, as it were.
I just gotta look at Gabe like hypothetically.
And she's like, I know where you're going with this, and it really depends on the person. I mean, it's made on a person by person basis. If we feel that you're no threat to us, or even maybe a possible friend or ally, then nothing. If we feel that you can't be trusted, you'll be killed.
That's fair.
Well, I shouldn't. Like, what? I shouldn't say that you would just be killed. There is the trial, and then depending on how you do in the trial, will dictate what happens to you. It's that simple.
It's great. Seems simple.
Okay.
I feel
Well,
like we're at least all friends here.
Yes, definitely allies, if not friends. Definitely
Okay.
allies.
So you guys continue on going through these tunnels and different things, and then after you've been walking for basically about an hour,
Oh.
okay, you come through this final tunnel, and at the far end is light that is flooding down through the tunnel as you move. You move through this tunnel.
Sorry.
Noise starts to pick up. It's the general chatter of it, because it's been so quiet as you guys. The only sound you've really been hearing is like footfalls, and like the odd like dripping of water and different shit along these lines. It sounds like the New York streets.
Okay.
And as you come out of this tunnel, you come into this massive cavern that is obviously man-made, and it goes off into the distance. It stretches so far that you can't see the end of it. And in here, there are tents and houses and shacks, and it is essentially like one super huge, like the cavern is probably a good couple of 2 to 3, probably like 3 or 4 city blocks wide. Okay. The cavern is easily a good, I don't know, 80, 100 feet tall. And like I said, just stretches way far in the distance. Now, there's no electronic light in here, but there's a lot of fires, cook fires, fires in the old metal drums, incredibly long distance. And you notice that there is a fair amount of this fungus that is on the walls and is luminescent. It is not incredibly bright, though. Okay, so thus the other fires and things along these lines. And it looks like the biggest shanty town in the world. It's like, have you ever seen like the shanty towns that are outside of what's the capital in South Africa?
Johannesburg?
Yeah, outside of Johannesburg. Have you ever seen, like, back in the 80s, the shanty towns that they had?
On TV.
Yeah, if you ever can get a picture, that's exactly what this is looking like. Like, these people live here 24/7, but it's still shanty.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can see a lot of this over in like in parts of the Dominican Republic, or Haiti has this type of stuff too. A lot of sheet metal and stuff along these lines, tarps, shit like that, but fashioned in such a way that it's permanent. It's not temporary.
Right.
And you guys are marched into this area, and there's like all these different people that are there, and they're looking at. There's quite a few people here. Okay, and if this thing has got like different amounts of people like this throughout this entire thing, it's like, wow, there are thousands of these people here.
Okay.
So
not what I was expecting.
A little more than what I was expecting. I'm just like looking back and forth.
Yes. And so as you're going and you travel along, they take you down in like in the middle of this big cavern. There's tracks, and there on these tracks there's a train, but it's not a full blown train. Think of like you go to the amusement park. You know how they have the small kiddie trains for the kids to ride around. It's like that size.
Okay.
And Annalise says, "We're going to take the train to go see Callisto."
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So you guys get on the train, and it starts traveling. And after a little bit, you leave this little encampment behind. Okay. The cavern's still the same size, but it gets dark except for the patches of the fluorescent fungus.
Okay.
Okay. And you see, like, as you guys are going through, now there's lights on the train. And essentially what you're seeing is it's like, think of like a bombed out city with rubble and destroyed buildings. And you see lots of shining eyes that look, you could see like there's tons and tons of rats and whatnot. And then it goes through and it comes upon another encampment. You go through another shantytown.
Okay.
And then it goes through that, it keeps traveling. And then it gets to, it's traveling some more, then it starts slowing down. And as it's slowing down, you see ahead of you, there is a section of this cavern that's coming into view that is, you can see it in the distance because it's lit, not from the fungus and not from like the fires that you were seeing before in the like shantytown things, but you're seeing electricity. Okay. And as you come up and the train stops and you guys get off, the buildings here are a lot nicer. They're still crude, but they're nicer. There's electricity. It's like a little city inside. And you guys starting to get walked through the streets. The people here, while still Morlocks, are dressed nicer. Not like, they still look homeless, but not as homeless as the ones in the shantytowns. What you're seeing is the classes.
Yeah.
Okay, where you first came in was kind of like the lowest level of the Morlocks, and as you traveled down through this cavern, it got a little bit nicer and a little bit nicer. And now that you're in this section here, you can tell that people here are wearing clothes from up on the surface. Okay, but there's a lot of mix matched. It's sort of like, it still has that homeless vibe to you, because it's sort of like in the homeless, as in they're wearing whatever they could get their hands on.
Right.
Okay?
But it's a better quality
But it's a better quality of stuff than the people that you were seeing before. Okay. And you guys get off. Now, when you had got on the train, you left off like most of those other Morlocks. There's only 5 really that are coming with you guys. There's a that lizard-looking dude. There's Annalee. There's Leech. There's Reek, who rode in the back, and then there's like another like bruiser type dude with like oversized. He looks like a Neanderthal essentially. Some muscle. You guys go walking through the city. People are looking at you. Superheroes or supervillains. By your suits, you can definitely tell, and you start hear a cheering and a crowd, and eventually they lead you to where the floor is dug out is an arena. Okay, and there's all these stands and there's all these Morlocks in there, and when you get to the lip of it, you can look down and there's people fighting down in the center.
There always is.
She leads you along the outskirts of it to a box. It's like, like in the old days, the Roman Empire. And in this box do you guys know who Callisto is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Callisto is in there with a couple of other Morlocks. She's got her feet up. She's drinking a beer, and she's looking down and watching the fights. And Annalee and the other guys bring you guys into the box. Reek is still there, but he stands back. You notice that's pretty much his MO. He goes everywhere, but he tries to stay a little bit further away.
It's nice of him.
It is, yeah. So, and so Annalee said, "They're here," and Callisto turns and she looks and goes, "Oh, all right. Hey, how's it going?" So, she pops a beer, takes a drink out of it. "So you're the friends of our new possible recruits. They were telling us you guys were going to probably come looking for you. I didn't think you would. I'm surprised. Most of you surface dwellers don't ever want to come down here. Too afraid. I guess you're going to get dirty or something like that." Takes another swig.
Homeless.
Oh!
Used to being dirty. So.
Yeah. So, are you mutants?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Both
And
mutants,
and Anna Lee goes, yes, and then she looks at Leech. It says, it works. And she's like, excellent. Okay, well, that's good. Well, hey, you guys are just in time. Your one friend is about ready to go on. You want to take a seat and watch? She
Like,
takes a drink.
whoa, wait a second.
What do you mean by go on?
Go on down there?
And she looks over at this one guy who looks kind of like a bird because he's got a lot of feathers
Okay.
that are coming off of him. Like his hair is feathers. You know,
This is
his
the
face
80s,
is empty.
so
Yeah, well, his
flock
face
of
is,
seagulls.
well, these are actual feathers, but she looks at him and goes, "What was that guy's name?" And she goes, "Darian." Like,
Ah.
And he
Whoa,
goes,
Darian can't fight, and I'm just like,
and she looks back at you and goes, "Yeah, I guess Darian doesn't want to be one of us, so he's got to decide whether or not he can leave or not." Well, that's about to happen. Come on, take a seat and watch.
And I go right over to the edge, like, Darian can't fight.
Well, I guess he won't be leaving then. She's drinking some more of her beer.
I
Said, would you
kinda
guys
look
like a beer? She asked you if you want a beer.
Yeah. I need something here. Yeah.
She points at the floor, and there's a couple of like igloo coolers that are open. They have ice in them, and there's beer stuck in them. She says, "Go ahead and take one."
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay.
Gabe, I'm like, I can't believe you're just gonna let this happen.
I don't know what else to do. Can we help him?
She takes a long drag, and she turns around and goes, "Oh, don't worry. I'm sure your turn will be real quick to come down there. Unless you guys are,
what?
are you looking to become members? Are you ready to give the surface world up?"
We don't even have a pamphlet. I don't know.
Pamphlet. What am I supposed to give you guys a pamphlet for?
know.
Isn't the man up there? Aren't those damn humans keeping you down? Wouldn't they kill you if they had the opportunity to? You know they would.
I mean, they might.
There's no might.
I do have a members only jacket, so.
So she goes and she there's like a little like small table in the back, and she goes, "Hold on a second." She goes run around. There's a bunch of papers and different stuff on it, and she's got a photograph in her hands, and she comes over and she sticks it into Jackson's hands. And you take a look at it, and it is a picture of a girl. She's probably maybe 13, something along these lines. And the only reason that you're able to know that she's probably about 13 is from her size, and her size in comparison to the objects in the picture around her, because she's beat to death. You can't tell her face, her head's been smashed open. She's been her body's contorted into different ways. And he goes, "Yeah, she was a mutant too. She wasn't even deformed."
And I just dropped the picture. It's like, look.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. She reaches down, she picks it back up, and she takes it over to Gabe. Says, "You might want to take a look at that too."
And I'm just like, listen, I get it.
Here comes your friend. Here comes your friend. And so down in the pits, the last fight was over. Okay.
How far down is the pit from where we are?
This is a big stadium. So we'll say that it's probably about half the size of Yankee Stadium in how big it really is so go down halfway in the seats, and then that's how far you'd have to get to go to the field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they drag off. Obviously, one guy got beat up down there, and then another guy left, and then some guys came out and they dragged the other guy off. You see that there's in the pit down there's doors, and a door opens, and out walks Darian. He's got his hands, he's wringing them. He looks really worried and upset. He's like, looking around, very scared, very scared. Another door opens up, and out from there comes walking this guy who looks like a cross between an armadillo and a human with some spikes on him. And then, the doors close. There's somebody shoots a gun, bam, into the air. And this armadillo guy just charges at Darian. And Darian tries to run away from him. And this guy, for being as big as he is surprisingly agile. And Darian gets into a ball on the ground, like, trying to protect himself, and this guy just comes towering over him, and he kicks Darian, and Darian goes flying through the air like a football and smacks into the wall. There's a sick thud, and then it just falls.
Let me ask a question.
Sure.
When we first got down here, how far away were we from Leech before all of a sudden we didn't have our powers and I fell to the ground?
Roughly about, 60, 75 feet. There was some distance. There was some distance to it.
Yeah. And how far from where we are to that, just straight down, are we?
Oh, you're hella far away. That's got to be, I don't know. That's quite a distance.
Well, you're saying like half the distance of like Yankee Field.
Yeah, so I don't know what would that be from.
More than what we were from Leech.
Yeah, it's a couple of hundred. It's got to be probably like a good 400 or 500 feet easily.
Okay.
So at that point,
I see what you're thinking.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna try to jump off of whatever, like a railing or whatever this is, off of this thing toward that pit.
Okay. Just as you tense, getting ready to do this, you see Darian get up, and he throws his shoulder back, and his arms start going out. His nose, his face starts elongating. His shoulders start getting all wide.
I'm still going to Khaleesi. He's not a fighter. We can't do this to him.
His arms start getting long. Did either of you guys ever see the movie Wolfen?
Yes.
You see the guys when they change into the werewolves?
Yes.
That's just what happened to Darian.
He's a freaking werewolf.
He changes into a werewolf. So you tense and you grab the side and you see him starting to wolf out and what the fuck? So you pause.
Like, he's not a fighter.
And he turns
he's gonna get killed down there.
And he turns basically into like a werewolf and he goes, oh!
He might be a fighter.
He starts running. And
I turned around, I was like, what the hell?
He jumps up, lands on this guy, and this guy's grabbing him and he's punching him, and he takes the punch and it's and he just starts tearing this guy apart, and he literally just starts ginsuing him, and he starts dissecting him, and then after a little bit, the guy just falls over dead, and he continues to rip on him for a while, and he turns around and he's just covered in blood, and he just and then he starts going around, looking up into the stands, he's gonna make a break for it, and he starts running, and he gets up and he jumps up into the stands. People are getting out of the way, and then the next thing you see is there's some guys along the top. They got guns, and they're choo, but they're they're shooting out darts.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets shot with a bunch of these darts, but he's going after these guys after they start shooting at him, and he's just going, and they're all like, oh shit, and they start reloading, they keep shooting at him, and he starts slowing down little by little until he falls down, literally at their feet, just porcupined full of these things. And then you see as he slowly starts to shrink back into his Darian form. And Callisto turns around and goes, ha! Man, I didn't see that coming. How about you guys?
I'm just did you know about this?
I mean, he said that he was a mutant, but he was right. That's fucked up.
And I'm like, all right, Callisto, you had your fun. He's a fighter. Can we go now? We just wanted to get our friends and go home. That's all we wanted to do.
Oh, you want to leave?
Well, I do.
You don't want to join? You don't want to join?
Listen, I run a homeless shelter up there. I got people waiting for me. I got people that count on me. I can't just leave them.
You say that like that's supposed to mean something to me. She finishes off her beer, crunches the can, chucks it over to the side. But if you guys want to leave, I'll sign you up, and all you gotta do is survive the pit, and you can go.
So Darian can go.
That's where we're gonna end the episode right there.
Wow.
Oh yes, and there it was.
Oh man. Okay.
Hey, you guys got to meet the Morlocks.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I almost wish we did it now.
I know, right?
This is 1985 Morlocks, before Callisto lost her position to Storm.
To Storm. I figured as much.
Before the Mutant Massacre, when the Marauders came through and killed a ton of them.
Right.
Yeah. The Morlock main tunnel runs almost the entire length of Manhattan.
North to south?
Yep.
Wow.
It's big. Really big. Really big. So, all right. Hey, everybody. I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Saturday Morning Superheroes. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, we have every Monday around 5:30 Eastern Time, another episode of the Down Roll. Every Tuesday. Adam, why don't you do that when you do it for later?
Every Tuesday, we have Wicked Studios presents Greg Hawk Adventures, The Ghost of Saltmarsh.
Still better than I would have done.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm getting tired here. This is
Oh yeah, it's late for you.
on the East Coast. We're pretty late here, guys.
Yeah, every Wednesday. Well, they don't know that because they're watching this.
Right. I'm saying, for you, it's like noon. For me, it's not noon.
It's late. It's not noon.
I'm not in China.
Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Tales of the Savage Land. Then every Saturday morning, still right now at 10 a.m. is Saturday Morning Superheroes. And then every Saturday for now, we got a couple more episodes left at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Wicked City Kindred. So
Wicked City.
Yeah. So Adam, why don't you go ahead and sign off and tell everybody goodbye?
I'm Adam. Goodbye.
There it is. All right, cool.
I'm Kev Shad. Good night.
There it is. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. As always, like, subscribe, all those different things. You can find us on YouTube at what is it?
Mr. Atom PL, MRATOM
There you go. And you can see all the episodes of this groovy stuff there as well if you don't watch it here on Twitch. So with that having been said, I'm going to let these guys go to bed. Mostly Adam go to bed. So bye, everybody. Peace out. Have a good night or good day.
So long. Suckers.
Suckers.